Welcome to Halftime Heroes with the latest sports news from around the Mornington Peninsula. With Adam Kelly, Peter Susovich, Neil Craig, Leigh McQuillen, Luke Harris and Chris Gamble. Take it away, Adam.
G'day sports fans and welcome to another episode of the Halftime Heroes. We are back in Suss's garage and well, can I only say it's a very, very good looking panel this current episode. I'd like to thank the Susovich family, of course, for having us. The heater is cranking. It is raining cats and dogs. It's been a shocking day, but here we are. Huge round of football in both Divisions 1 and Division 2 with some very interesting results, Gammers, as we'll go through each one of those shows. If you're looking at getting in touch with the Halftime Heroes, you can definitely hit us up at halftimeheroes.mpfornow@gmail.com, or you can check us out on socials. We're very responsive. Doesn't matter if you bag us or whether you've got, if you want to get your head, no, not so much your head, but your thoughts across the Halftime Heroes. We will share that. My favourite nights are Wednesday when the night drops, when the app drops, because it's always game on with the family getting up and about. Well, each and every week I go around the room and it's a very interesting looking room this time. We've got a very, very strong display of the Mornington Football Club. Before we get to that, well, he's back. He's back. He heard that the coach's corner went exceptionally well and thought, oh, I can't have that again. So he's back in the room, is the Commissioner. Hello, Commissioner.
Hello, Adam. How are you?
I'm all the better for you being
Good
next to me.
And was the cone disinfected after Luke's
It was.
babbling bullshit in there? Jesus Christ. Get the spit off the thing.
Have you recovered from, you did some manual labour?
I did. I thought manual labour was a Spanish tennis player, but I did. But I'm very good. Thank you.
Senior coach of the Somerville Football Netball Club is Chris Gamble. He missed last week, but he's back because Kate allowed him to be back. Hello to you, Gammers.
Hello, boys. Thanks, Kate.
Coming off a very good win too, might I add.
Solid win against the top three opponent. It'd be nice to see if the Commish gets a top three coaches' corner in tonight.
Well, I reckon I've got a page full of notes here. We've got a young man ready to go.
The best two haven't included you yet, so just lift our game a little bit.
Is that right? No. I don't have to come in here and get abused. They can have it at home.
We did a fair bit of it last week.
Yeah, it was. It was very funny.
Fair enough.
It was very funny. Co-coach also, he hasn't been here for a while because he's been jet-setting, school holidays and bullshit. They disappear into the land of teacher. I don't know where they go, but they go somewhere. Leigh McQuillen's back, the senior co-coach of the Mornington Football Club. Hello, Macca.
Thanks, Adam. It's great to be here. It's good to be sitting alongside the great man. And I will say,
thanks.
though,
made him.
Well, no, I will say, it was also good to see the Commish down at Alexander Park.
I know, right?
Yeah, it was great.
Nice.
He had the hat on. And
did you roll the red carpet out, Macca?
We did. It was great. It's always great to see him. He had some positive things to say.
I bet he did.
I'm sure we'll unpack that first quarter, but he came over for a little bit of intel at the break.
Could you understand a word he said by the end of the game?
I didn't see him.
I did get driven down there, by the way.
Yeah, it was great to see you there, though. Thanks for coming down.
Oh, no worries at all, mate. Love it down there. Second home, Mornington.
Hello to you, Chief.
Yeah.
How are we going, folks? I had to get him out of a hoop scoop when he was going in the change rooms, filming the video.
Oh, was that you?
The away rooms they're quite small.
I wondered why the whole song,
the Maliza ones are beautiful, aren't they?
The whole club song.
Yeah. I've got an Emil Masden story too. Yeah. Anyway, we'll touch on that.
So was that him that recorded the? Yeah. So no wonder the whole song was missing, and that was just a celebration at the end.
What? It was not.
Yeah. You missed
I
the
sent
whole
it to you,
song.
You did.
You forgot to hit record.
Yeah, record.
No, I didn't.
It was you at the bar having about 5 beers.
Is that bullshit, Adam?
What's that? No, it's not. I'll show you the post.
I'll tell you
later.
who else missed the whole song was Ricky, because we had him out in the ground having a good chat. We're good friends with Ricky, and he missed the whole song. Which is another
Good to see they're waiting for the coach.
Yes.
Oh, well, he's probably sang it that many times lately. But hey, can I touch on that?
Yeah.
The away rooms at Emil Masden are the worst in the comp.
Well,
everyone knows that.
Shocking.
Good tactic.
Was the hot water on?
No, hang on. No, while we're on water, I go down to Auskick and take the little fella down. We're just watching plays, little game. And not long after Auskick, the whole Emil Masden precinct was put out of order through contaminated drinking water. That's how bad things. The whole precinct, the soccer club.
Do you know
had there been a home game there Saturday. Had it been Mornington, Mount Eliza Mornington, it couldn't have been played.
Do you know what it was? $50 notes coming out of the table.
How's that? I mean, how bad are things going down there?
Yeah.
But you don't like the away
It
rooms?
was all the
They're
brain.
not bad. They're not
It's
bad.
It was all the
culture building.
brown paper bags.
Brown paper bags.
It was all the brown paper bags stuck down the
You get less than murder, mate, at Pentry.
No, the money bag.
Anyway, it was a bit of there was no contaminated water things. The showers are blocking up. It's just all gone to absolute, literally
Nothing better
absolute
than-
shit.
Well, and great. We take the piss quite often, but good news through the week that I think they're developing a wing. I'm serious. I'm being serious. Like that was announced through council and through state and federal
Yeah, it looks
election.
flash.
It looks
flash.
very
That's the soccer
flash.
club.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
oh,
Hold
so
it, guys.
you still get Jack Squat.
What are you laughing at? That's the soccer club.
I
I fucking love it, don't
I
you?
didn't know anyone
That is
played
the
soccer.
soccer
And
No,
of
it's
course,
huge at the back there.
if you're listening, you might just be wondering who those dulcet tones are. Well, the first time in Sus, well, maybe not the first time in Sus's garage, but the first time on the Halftime Heroes, we got bloody Josh Newey, the senior co-coach of course, the Mornington Football Netball Club. Hello and welcome.
Thanks, boys.
Yeah,
thank
fantastic.
Well done, Newey. Very good. He will be joining the Commish under the cone of
Yes,
silence, which is going to be just riveting.
Now you've been updated.
It's going to be epic.
It will.
But
It's going to
I'm
be
not going
epic.
in there. It hasn't been decontaminated from the bullshit from last week.
Just the dribble.
Just the dribble.
The dribble.
Going on his notes, this could be the best one.
Have a look at me notes.
It's a full
seriously.
page. It's a full page.
Look,
Yeah,
mate,
with
it's
the-
all about you.
It's funny, ChatGPT nowadays, what it tells you.
It actually wasn't. I don't know how to work.
Oh, right.
No.
Yeah, true.
He still thinks it's a race car from the
Yeah.
70s.
The GT Falcon.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Oh, fuck. Are we getting the round up already, are we?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, this is the best part of the show.
You guys waffle on to the
Oh, it's
Do
so
we? Sorry
good.
about
It's
that.
so good. All right, well, let's kick off with the results of round 14 in Division 1 football. It's time for the Division 1 football show. Let's jump straight in it. It was, thanks to the Halftime Heroes and, of course, Frankston, Mornington and Rosebud Toyota, fantastic sponsors. The Lux is parked out. It's got two sus. What? I just get rolled. I've got the driveway.
whole lot.
Unbelievable.
Let's
You've
red,
parked out on the road and I get the driveway
Red
in the
carpet.
Toyota Hilux Rogue.
red carpet.
Red carpet for the Lux. I love it. Well, thanks to, of course, Frankston, Mornington and Rosebud Toyota. Let's jump straight into the results of round 14. Thanks to the selection table match of the round, we chose Edi Rosebud. So we, as you know, the family, we'll leave that until the very, very last. But the first game it was no concern in the end for Dromana. Dromana taking the chocolates over Langwarren, 9-5-59, defeating Langwarren down at Dromana Recreation Reserve by 20 points, 6-3-39. In the best for Dromana. It was, there's a few names just starting to rear their ugly head, isn't there, Macca?
There is.
We've got Billy Gertz, Toby Gertz, Ned Hanneman, Sam Gertz, and Matty Garn. And for Langy, it was Blake Pullen, Harry... Here we go again. Fuck me. Harry Krejnik, Jordan Bertrand, Nicholas Hamill, and Bryce Rutherford. Goal scorers for, it was an even spread, which Dromana are very, very, very good at doing. Nate Higgins and Billy Quigley with the two. And for Langy, it was, an affair. Jabenko, Money, Payne and Borg, Rolf Rutherford with singles and Staggart as well. You'd expect, Macca, wouldn't you, at this time of year for Dromana to be up and about?
Yeah, and you add Clayton Gay and Quigley back into that side.
Yep.
It's interesting to point out too that so the four Gertz boys have played. They've had 117 possessions between the four of them.
Yeah.
If you average that out, that's 29 per Gertz. Billy's had 35. Sam's had 35.
Yeah,
Josh
nuts.
has had 34. And the highest possession getter for Langwarren is Hopkins at 28, and the next bloke's at
Benny
19.
Boy.
They had a lot of football.
Has there been a week when there hasn't been a Gertz in the best? I don't think so.
don't
I know
reckon
there's
there
a lot
has.
of them.
No,
It's half
no.
the team,
No.
but I don't reckon they're amazing.
The numbers, like Billy for a ruckman, 35 possessions
Oh,
for a
yeah.
ruckman.
Yeah.
He often doesn't hit it to himself. He just gets them back, and he just
Yeah.
works so hard around the ground.
He's the first one to the ball when he brings it to ground.
Yep.
Like, it's his
Yeah,
reaction.
he's a ruck
time.
rover.
Exactly
He's
right.
the old
Yeah.
ruck
It's
rover
incredible.
model.
Yeah.
It is incredible.
He certainly gives Josh and Sam first use without a doubt. But
Yeah.
to pick up 35 himself when he's not, he's just getting them around the ground.
Yeah,
Elite.
exactly.
Elite.
The next game was, it was at John Coburn Oval, and wow, didn't this game come with plenty of controversy after the siren, before the siren. It was Frankston YCW by 1 point in the end, 10-10-70, defeating Sorrento 10-9-69. Apparently, I heard today, boys, there should have been a free kick on the line. Wasn't paid. The siren had just gone.
To Sorrento.
Yeah, to Sorrento, okay. And then the free kick wasn't paid, and there was all sorts of stuff going on. I think there was a lot of confusion in the end, Sus.
And coaches receiving text messages saying what a great job they've done in winning, and on the way home.
There was a lot of celebrations, wasn't there? So was that not, Sus? Do you know the deets of that? Like, was that not? No. So does anyone? Was that? Obviously, it come out when the goal umpires walk into the middle of the ground and then wave their flags at the scoreboard. They would have gone, with the old thing as they do in there.
Yeah.
Surely it was discovered then
I
the
heard
scoreboard was wrong.
I heard apparently Blake Mullane was doing the maths.
That would probably explain it. Yeah.
Chinny Boy, shout out to Chinny Boy. He would have been able to do the maths on that.
We haven't got YC, have we, in the last 4
No, we're finishing.
I don't think we lost.
With it. Talk about Billy being in the best every week. Has there been a game this year where Riley Darcy hasn't kicked a goal?
Yeah, there was.
Good stats.
Mornington.
Good.
One of the top sides, he didn't kick a goal. He kicked like 6 points or something.
Yeah.
Right.
Mid-season.
Well, that's a goal.
Oh, thanks, mate.
Well, 6 points.
We mentioned his name, Chin Mullane, in the best for Frankston. It was Patrick Bloink, Max Gregory, Heath Bidgood, and Matt Hill. And for Sorrento, it was Ryan Clark, Bailey Holt, Noah Davies, Charlie Stokes, my boy Chuckles. Macca, you, I don't know if you keep an eye, I know you do because you're a football nuffy, but Charlie Stokes just gets better and better and better as a young 23-year-old. He's so versatile, and his footy IQ is next level. He's only getting better. He got mentioned in the Herald Sun this week. He's flying.
Yeah, they got a couple of kids. Like, it's really good to see for
Sorrento,
because obviously they spend a bit of money on the outside, but to have a couple of kids that are performing is elite for them. And that Cameron, tell you what. He's a star.
Absolutely.
We know a lot about him. We did a lot of work when we played him last time, and he won't be running around by himself next Saturday.
No, I wouldn't have thought so. Major goal scorers, it was Patrick Bloink, hence he was named in the best. He kicked 3, and Ryan Clark kicked 3 for Sorrento as well. The next game to play out was what, Sus?
Yeah, perfect.
Jesus, stop waving your arms about like a fucking orangutan. The next game, whoa. Oh, jeez.
It's a big one.
Settle.
It is fattening.
We've got
fat
some,
and bloody.
We've got some viewers.
No, not
We've
you.
got some viewers over in Western Lowland.
I saw that.
Did you
I saw
see
that.
So we go, Newey. We go to Indonesia, mate.
Well, I didn't know you had such a big
Absolutely, it's massive. The next game was, and we might just because obviously we got half a Mornington Football Netball Club here, but we might just have a quick little look at this game in depth. I'm sure the Commish will love talking about this one. Mornington hosted Mount Eliza Football Netball Club at Mornington Alexandra Park. The Commish entered the pavilion. Did you find the other L?
Nice.
Did you find the other L?
I think it was on the ground.
It was on the ground.
Ding! Stopped it. Ding, 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 ding.
Mornington started out good, 7-10-52. Unfortunately, you got Mount Eliza at the pointy end, and they're only going to get better, as we know, 14-13-97, going down by 45 points. In the best, you guys had Timmy Susovich. Oh, you'd be happy with that, Chief. Jack Galvin, Tom Stewart, Brenton Credlin, old BJ.
Yeah, he was good.
And Nathan Heath. And for Mount Eliza, it was William Antony Fletcher-Bain. Anthony. That's what I said. And Christopher Carey, Lockie Williams, and Finn Boyne.
Is the Duck the most innocuous ruckman going around?
He's a star.
He's like
star,
he paddles to every contest.
He doesn't look like he moves well, but he just covers the ground really well.
He does.
He's smart in the way he uses his body, and he's a ripping fella too, Duck.
Yeah, he's a good fella. So the first 10 or 15 minutes of that game, they just went whooshka.
We're at sea a little bit. We're structurally, and we got taught a lesson.
Yeah.
We actually learned a lot from it, to be honest. And Ricky's got his boys playing quite well. We really adjusted after quarter time, though. We responded.
Yeah.
So again, but we've said this before. You go 5 goals down in Division 1.
Yeah.
We've been able to dig out of that in Division 2 before. against certain sides, not against every side, but against certain sides. You cannot in Division 1 dig out of that.
Yeah.
You're playing catch up the whole time. Well, it happened to us last year too against Frankston Bombers at home. We were 6 goals a zip down at quarter time, and we lost by 7 points. Even a division, they're a Division 1 side. And you look at it, you cannot get out of it. So it's at your own peril. You want to be that far down. We talked to our boys about it. You just can't dig out.
With that Mantalizer list, who did you scout? Who'd you go after? Anyone in particular?
Bain,
Fletcher Bain?
Yeah, Bain. We put a fair bit of work
Fletcher,
into.
God, hasn't he improved for a kid?
He's good, and also Finn. He's a quality player. He's smart, uses the ball well. They want to get the footy in his hands too, so we were mindful of that and wanted to try and sort of curb his influence via foot, which we thought wouldn't be as much of a weapon in the wet, but. Geez, they used the ball well.
Oh, God,
that
it was dry with the footy.
I know, they made it look like that with the way we were defending and that. So
Nelms is the other one that we put a bit of work into, but Nelms had a bit of a quiet game. We sort of started with a plan on him and then we went away from it and then just looked at a couple other blokes who were going okay. But, they've got Mercedes, those blokes. Like you just got to be a bit aware of them. But they're deep, so they don't probably rely on. They've got a
couple of different alternatives to go to, haven't they?
Yeah, so they are hard to match up on in that regard.
And Big Will Anthony down forward did the job. Didn't do many, but brought it down to the little guys, didn't he?
He did,
and then locked it in
marks.
There. Took some good marks. If you watch towards the end of the third quarter, was it third quarter?
Yeah, it was a mark paid.
The most bizarre. Now I'm not here to bag umpires, but the most bizarre umpiring decision happened in our game. Will had taken a couple of really good marks, and he went over towards the boundary line, went up, and we spoiled. Beat one of our Bryce Dinger come across the spoil, and the ball went out of bounds. And there was a little spot fire happening in the background, so we sort of pointed over and said, just keep an eye on the spot fire." Well, then the umpire looked at the spot fire, turned around, and must have forgotten what's going on in the game, and then he walked over the boundary line and paid a mark. And it's right in front of our coach's box, and we're like, the ball's been spoiled out of bounds, and he's literally went to the boundary umpire, they had a chat, and he paid the mark. And Will's having a shot on goal, and Will's looking over at the bench and us laughing. They're having a good giggle at it.
I'll take it.
Never mind. Move on.
It was all my mistakes.
Yeah, we do. Good one.
Just don't get
very diplomatic.
No one's perfect.
Get you nowhere here, Bob.
Few of us are. And forgetting too that it was the TAC road safety round as well. Red Hill was the next game up at the Chip. It would have been blustery and shit house up there, Gammers.
Oh yeah, 2 different communities going at it there, isn't it? What in a cracker.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah,
what do you think? What do you think I mean by that?
one drinks the wine, the other one crushes the grapes.
Yeah.
Is that
Good one.
Maybe. I don't know.
Is your position the cultural attaché for
the
Navy?
So good.
I mean anything by it.
Oh,
good game, though.
That was
good
very
game,
good. Yeah, very good game.
High scoring.
Red Hill, it would have been riveting to call. It was Pines in the end too strong up on the hill. 7-6-48, defeating Red Hill 5-9-39 by 9 points. In the best for Red Hill, it looked like this. It was Harvey Stewart, John Gosling, Michael Gresham. Can the bloke get any better? Daniel Frampton and Noah Turner. And for the Pines, it was Jared Gatt, Bo Hendry, Kai Summer, Jonathan Hughes and Luke Dalmo. Luke Dalmo just in fine form. I reckon they were very, very lucky, Macca. I was watching this game just on and off, definitely keeping an eye on the scores, and I reckon it would have worried Pines and Paddy Swain in the end, I reckon.
Well, we were a little bit concerned about it.
And us.
We
were checking their scores after the game too.
Hey, and don't forget last time round, Red Hill beat them. That's their one win.
Yeah.
So it was always going to be a tough one. Looking at even the numbers of this game, I think Gatt has 28. I think every single player underneath Gatt, including Gresham, were 20 or below.
Yeah, right.
So not only is the scores low, but those possessions are low too.
Yes.
So it's an interesting game. But, we're happy that Pines got up. I think it's, works well for us. We're obviously, that's our first point of call, getting rid of relegation. And then, then hopefully we get a chance to play Pines later in the year, which will be good too.
Absolutely. And the last game, as I mentioned, was this halftime heroes selection match of the round. It was Edith Vale and Rosebud at Edith Vale Regents Park. We called it on the show that Rosebud would be favoured because of their small ground, the way they're set up. Edith Vale took it to them in parts, but it was a bit of a clinic in the end. I think they were a little bit too slow to react, Edie. I was watching it on the television. It was Rosebud in the end, 15-11, 101, defeating Edith Vale Aspendale 11-15, 81 by 20 points in the end. For best for Edie, it was Nick Carlin, who was very good, Liam Hiscock, Toby Arms, Louis Diggins and Tyrone Vickery. Just watching him come out, the Silver Fox, it's like music. It's so nice. And
had the hair in the bun.
Pardon? Yeah, he
Had the
did.
bun.
Yep, the man bun.
Messy bun.
Absolutely, yeah, messy, very messy.
bun.
The very messy man bun.
I say Liam in the best. He could
Liam Hiscock. Yeah.
lifted his game a little bit.
I know. Tyrone's
After he-
probably got 10 years on him and a lot more hair than him.
Yeah.
Yes, a lot
Hissy
more.
wouldn't mind me saying that.
Yeah, no, Hissy
He's
was
good, man,
Hissy
Hissy.
was very good.
Liam sells cheese machines worldwide.
Oh, for
Yeah,
fuck's
he's
sake.
been
Yeah.
travelling a lot.
Cheese
this year.
machines.
He's
Fun
been
facts.
travelling a lot.
Can you?
Fun facts with
The
the
fuck's a
Commish,
cheese
25
machine?
minutes.
What's a
no,
churn?
probably
What is it?
something that makes cheese, I'd say.
That's a cow, isn't it?
Cows make
Yes,
the
it does.
milk.
They
You
Walk it
don't
all
press the
round.
fucking button and cheese
Yeah.
comes out the
Anyway,
udders or
he flies
butter.
in and out around the world.
Cows
Comes
are
back and plays footy.
commonly known to have made milk,
Yes, exactly.
and then
Not
they make the cheese. That's probably where the cheese maker comes
So he
in.
sells cows.
I don't think you're quite getting the concept here.
No, all right. Well, you're the teacher, mate.
So I'm
Well, you're pretty
trying to
hard.
educate you.
Adam, I'd be right in saying that is, I don't know if I'm right or wrong on this. Actually, Gammers, you can have I reckon you'd know. Is that as strong as Edie gets? So you got Nana, Vickery, Hiscock, Arms, Galucci, Penry, Lopo. They're all, I don't know, I think that's as good as they get.
I was just
And you're
about to
talking
say,
Diggins.
I reckon that's an even better win for Rosebud. Like they've blown them away in one quarter in the third quarter. But you look at the best and you look at the list. Yeah, that was the team that was sweeping Div 2 last year plus. They're probably only missed. Oh no, Galucci's there. Yeah, that would be as good as they've
I think
got.
that's
I'd
it.
say.
From what I can gather, I reckon that's as strong as they get.
So Rosebud, great win.
Yep.
It's only 20 points, though. Same amount of scoring shots.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at that ground,
Honestly, it didn't do it justice.
Yeah, right, okay,
School-
righto,
yeah,
okay.
didn't do it justice. In the best four, and he was very, very good. Mitchell White, Campbell Huswaite was very demanding around stoppages. Stephen Cumming, Callum White, and Liam Tidd, another 23-year-old that just keeps getting better and better and better.
No Gown in that best. He had 38.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's a tough school,
I
isn't
know.
Yeah.
God.
I know.
Hiding him.
He was very good.
hiding him.
Hiding him, absolutely.
Yes.
Gammers, please. What does the ladder look like after
Well,
round 14?
This ladder is probably the closest. Well, I thought the Div 2 ladder was getting tight. This is amazing now. Like 2 weeks since I've been in here, and I come back and Mount Eliza are now fourth. 2 weeks ago, we were talking about them missing altogether. And we've got Dromana in fifth. 28 points, 28 points. Pines, 28 points. Langwarren, 28 points in seventh. They've gone from fourth to seventh in one round, I believe. And no wonder that game down at Sorrento caused so much controversy because if that's a win to Sorrento, they're in fifth.
Correct.
But they're currently eighth.
Correct.
So it's a great competition. It's still got 8 teams vying for 5 spots this late in the year. What a great comp.
Very,
It
very
is.
well done by you, boys. Takeaways, please. Chief, we'll start with you. Maybe not. Gammers, have you...
No, well, I'll just go off the back of what we're talking about there. I didn't watch the Rosebud game like you did, but if you're just looking at it on the screen, it's a great win. That ground is notoriously hard to win at.
Yep.
They've got a great list going there, Edi-Asp, and to get a 20-point win, you just drive home and have a few beers, I think, and be really happy with that.
Yeah, they did. Chief?
Mount Eliza and their comeback. So they were. I was with the Commish on Saturday, and they looked
Pretty sharp, pretty edgy.
Funny, he doesn't really remember being with you.
Remember?
Yeah.
I was holding
You
your hand.
remember that?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Yep.
It was
So
only
yeah,
48 hours ago. I'm okay within 48 hours.
Yeah.
It was more,
they look very good.
half a week I'd be
Did you
in
help him
trouble.
down the stairs?
Well, we've got something to say about that, haven't we?
No, there'd be a lift there, wouldn't there?
Yes.
There'd have to
there
be
is
a lift.
What
Yeah,
did you
it's
take
pretty-
the lift?
there is
about
a
the
lift.
terrace. About the terrace.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
No, we'll come.
Yeah,
All right,
we'll
we'll
go
come
back
back to
to
that. We'll come back to that.
Don't
Fair
know.
enough.
Upset him too much.
No, exactly. Macca, your takeaways, please.
My takeaway is that for the second week in a row, we've played a top side and haven't lost by any more than 1,000.
Yep.
Oh, well.
I'm waiting for
Well.
He's been hanging on that one for a while, hasn't he?
That.
Eh?
It's been 4 weeks
That's
since
good.
we've been able to get and the minute I walked out the door, we realised how much Gammers hates morning.
You haven't slept for a month.
No, I haven't.
You got to move on, Gavin.
I've got to move on.
a month ago.
I've got to move on. I'd forgotten I even said it.
Years ago.
Very good from you,
Oh,
Macca.
that
And
was bloody
Huey,
excellent.
takeaways, please.
I'm going to just go with something that's confirmed one of my theories that I think the competition should all chip in, and next year we all pay for a Gertz family holiday and everyone gets one game off. I reckon what did we say they
European
had?
vacation.
They had 117 between the four of them.
117 between the four of them. I think, if you just take them all, we all pitch in a great Europe summer for half the season. They can still come back for finals, but every team gets a week off the Gertzes. That'd be great.
Yeah, I reckon
And what do you
that evens up the contest.
Yeah, 100%.
What do you reckon old man Gertz thinks of that? Who's going to run the water?
We can let him go too. He's
Yeah,
and the rest.
He could drive the Winnebago.
And the rest of the Gertzes, they're all.
They've got to get a greyhound coach. There's that fucking many
Oh, I
of them.
know. It'd be huge with the
Plus
trailer.
girlfriends.
Yeah.
They're all got gardening rounds as well. So there's,
really? Oh, they have too.
yeah, they do. It's incredible.
The Div 2 teams would chip in as well. If we need to
Yeah.
get a coin.
Yeah.
Gammers, you'd chip in, wouldn't you?
Yep, absolutely.
You've actually warmed to it quite nicely.
Absolutely.
I like
For you, Commish.
I like and I know I've got the hat on, but the edgy nature of the way Mount Eliza played. It looked like a finals brand of footy, boys, didn't it? They had a real finals
get
look
a-
about it, and they kept that separation.
Didn't get a
of stoppage,
word
and
out
they
of
really
you.
did. They were disciplined and
Didn't get a word
loved
out
the way
of
they
you.
went about it, and so did you guys too. Watching it,
He's
you know,
talking
not-
over the
not
top
on
of me
the
as
day,
well.
but-
Didn't get a word out of you for 10 weeks about Mount Eliza. 10
Yes,
weeks.
I did. I did.
And now you just won't shut up about him.
I got asked for my bloody takeaway, mate, and you're going to move on.
Surprise, surprise that it's Mount Eliza.
How good's this? Look at JB's just.
Yeah, I know.
Let's have a look at round 15 coming up. It's going to be played out on the 2nd of August. We have chosen the halftime hero selection table match of the round. It's going to be Dromana and Edith Vale Aspendale, so we'll leave that one till last. The next game is Mount Eliza taking on Red Hill at Emil Madsen Reserve. Sorry, Red Hill, for going to the away shit rooms. But it is what it is, isn't it?
Well, let's hope the game is on. They've got to clean up got to get the water supply going.
Yeah.
Well, they can just go over to the soccer club. They're getting it all.
We'll lend you guys some
That's a
clean
new
drinking water. We'll lend some clean drinking water.
Bring your own. Bring your own canister.
Yeah. BYO drink bottle.
God
Back to the
almighty.
COVID days. Everyone had to bring their own drink
Oh,
bottle.
you remember
So
the other good
good.
days when they. God.
Who do you like, Chief?
Mount Eliza.
Mount Eliza.
Plenty.
I think we're all going to go Mount Eliza, are we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that
Mount
was
Eliza
pretty
by
good.
1,000.
Very good. Who's making up for it now?
I like it. And we've got Jamie coming in next week, so you can.
So you won't be here? You won't be here?
won't be.
Is he?
No, he doesn't mind me, mate. He just had a moment. He just had a moment.
Is he coming in next week? Is he?
No, I don't know.
Yeah. Have you had a chat with him?
No, I haven't spoken.
No, they're
to
not
him.
on talking terms.
Oh.
No, exactly.
God, for these guys.
Exactly. Got to give the kids a go. Got to give the kids a go. The kids are going really well.
God.
Kids are going
Yeah,
really
they're
well.
going great.
Mount Eliza, for me, they're hitting their straps at the pointy end. They're getting the players back that we knew that they were going to get back.
Oh,
and
they just got
everything's
their
starting
shape
to
back.
work.
Yeah, they've got nice shape going on there.
Oh,
Yeah,
the way
so-
they hold out
Textbook,
is an unbelievable. They just back each other, one
Yeah.
at the footy and just back each other and hold
Yeah.
shape. It's
good to
actually
see.
it's good to watch.
It is
Ricky
good
is
to
a
see.
Ricky's a very good coach.
Oh,
Yes.
God.
So when you
Yeah.
when you get the right personnel and blokes that know the structures in place, they're going to be hard to beat.
If
Yeah.
only you could get to sing the song.
Yeah, we will.
He
Yeah.
needs to make sure he's in this week.
You guys are holding me back.
Yeah.
After the game, Jamie, just shake hands once he sung his song.
Neil,
if you can catch him.
Can you remember that? When he comes in, then record?
I'm fucking sure I recorded that. Where's my phone? I'm going to bring it up.
Okay. No.
Yeah, let's play it.
It was the last day, and then they all went into
Really?
the middle. Yeah, it was funny. Unless the chief cut it out, I don't know.
Chief, you.
But I thought, fucking, the whole song's not there. What's
Well,
one job? One job.
Sorry, keep going. I'm
All
going
right.
to bring it up.
Okay, there you go. The next game is Eric Bell Reserve, and they're taking on Frankston YCW. They tend to match up well, Macca, against these two teams, and I reckon that Frankston YC might have their hands just a little full, I reckon.
Yeah, they might actually. Like, you're right. So we were talking to Ricky about the fact that certain sides do match up against sides. You know, they actually do, and they run them.
Yep.
We know that against Rosebud, for some reason, we just do not match up against them at all. They've pantsed us twice. But
That's the whole fucking song.
Oh, we're back onto that, are we?
No, it wasn't.
we still
Yes,
on
it
that.
was.
Oh, we've gone past
When I
that
said
one.
to-
Yeah.
sorry.
Celebrate.
Sorry.
We finished
and,
that.
Please continue, Macca.
Yeah.
but I reckon
Sorry,
you're right.
Macca.
I watched Pines Frankston last year. I got to have a look at it, and it was closer than what you thought.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Chief, who do you like?
YC aren't going to cop that 2 weeks in a
No,
row,
I wouldn't have thought so.
especially getting close to the wall of Sorrento. So definitely YC in a tough match.
Yep. Macca.
I'll say YC. Yep.
Yeah, I think YC will be too good.
Yeah, me
Too
too.
classy.
YC. Too classy. Yeah. Yep.
YC have to win that. Even though.
YC.
YC.
Just sharpen the
YC,
tool.
YC,
It's sharpening
YC.
the tools, YC.
The next game is, we know these two, they pipped them at the start, didn't they, Macca, earlier on in the year. It's Rosebud taking on Langwarren. Langwarren learnt a lot about themselves at this particular game. It's going to be played down at Rosebud Olympic Park this time, so it's going to be a very looking different crowd, no doubt, but Langwarren travel well. So, I've been criticised for continuously backing Rosebud, but when they keep winning, and the idea is to tip the winner, it's pretty hard to go against them. So Rosebud for me, Chief.
Rosebud.
Yeah.
Yep, I think Rosebud, especially when they're 4 points ahead of YC, they've still got a little bit to play for.
Yeah, they do. They do. Yui?
Yeah, too many stars in that Rosebud side.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. At home as well, Commish.
So can Langy hang on, Gammers?
No.
Are they the ones to miss?
Absolutely.
I love Langy. Love the boys. Had a great year, but
I think the 5 is the 5 now.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep. Yeah, I reckon you might be right there.
The order may change. I'm not certain on Edie staying third. I think one of those two teams could come up, but I can't see any of those bottom 5 now getting in.
Okay.
Even though it's close.
Yeah.
I think we've been talking about Langwarren dropping after those 3 close wins early in the year.
Yep.
And I think now we've actually got the 5 best sides in the top 5 for the first time this year, I reckon.
And Langy's percentage at 91 is by far and away
Inferior,
the least.
isn't it?
Yeah,
So,
correct. Correct. Who did you say you're going to? Rosebud?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Gammers.
Rosebud.
Yeah, too good.
Too good. Next game is Sorrento taking on Mornington Football Netball Club down at Dave McFarlane Reserve. Sorrento will be absolutely bleeding, but so is Mornington because they're better than that. Boys, take us through it. Who do you look at? Who do you have a keen eye on? Apparently down at Sorrento, there's a few coming back.
Yeah, I think the other Clark's back. He's been over at a wedding. We've heard he's coming back, so we'll plan for him. They'll have their best side in, but they had their best side in last time we played them as well. We just put a lot of work in them.
Yep.
And it's probably no secret to them. They'll know that we've got a plan in place, so they'll be preparing for that plan. And we won down there last year. Lockie Commons went on a tear and kicked 5, I think. And, we go in confident. Like we plan to sort of make a few headaches with our 4 games to go at the end of the season. The boys are really driven for that.
Yep.
And this would be a great headache to cause straight away.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Chief, well, don't even bother by. I'm not going to.
Crew point?
Yeah.
That's later, isn't it?
Mornington in a close one.
No need to ask you two.
No.
Commish.
Sorrento get up here, I think, boys. Sorry. Just only because it's at Sorrento.
We're sitting right next to you.
I know. But never mind.
And you're about to enter the cone of silence with him.
Bag the shit out of them.
That's right. Yeah, true. Fair. Call it even.
Yeah,
I
I've got notes on you.
I don't know how much of an upset this is going to be, but I'm going to go for Mornington.
Yeah, they play a brand that could worry Sorrento, no question. But, Sorrento's effort against a rampant YC was pretty handy. So they're in some sort of form.
Yeah. No, they're good.
Gammers? Sorrento by 1,000.
Careful.
It's a tough one.
He's never going to let that down.
No, I'm happy with it. Sorrento, they're a hard team to gauge, I reckon. Like they're
hard read.
They're 8th on the ladder, yet they are one of the highest scoring teams in the competition, but they bleed a lot of points as well. It's the battle of the party poopers and the team that can still make it.
I don't think they can.
Sorrento?
Yeah.
Well, they would have been 5th if they had got the scoreboard right.
But now they can't.
What's the rest of their season look like?
Dromana, Edi-Asp, and Red Hill.
Yep, correct.
Well, that's not that bad.
Are we the party poopers, by the way?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you just said
I'm trying to work it out.
You said you're going to spoil a few parties.
Just to use
not
parties.
No, I'm over that.
Only to him.
I'm over that.
2022 party poopers.
Yeah. 23, actually.
Oh, 23. Damn it. He couldn't even deliver on it.
And it was on the back.
I can't remember.
This bloke sitting here.
We've
got to hurt.
We'll go Sorrento.
That's just would have gone.
He was going to go. That's a response.
Out of all the absolutely.
Hey, you would have loved it on the weekend, Gabbers. I went and watched that Collingwood Frankston game, and at one stage there, or 2 or 3 stages
I
actually.
don't know if you're
Murph-
being serious or not.
No, I'm actually being serious. Murph lined up one-on-one on Jordan to go.
I did see that.
It was great to watch because
Yeah.
Murph's a big boy himself, but
Yes.
it was good to see him pushing and shoving.
Murph actually
Yeah.
put a little screenshot of that on his Instagram story the other day. I think it was pretty.
Oh, yeah, bit of me
As you
time.
would be.
Bit of me time.
As you would be.
He
for
was a bit too
sure.
far away from to go for my liking. I reckon you probably close the space a little bit.
Yeah.
But they
No,
they got the chocolate.
Talking about
chips.
closing space, no one could close space on Bobby Hill.
No, I know.
He's
Didn't
got
he
the
just?
million
He just made
Yep.
them look like they were standing still.
Yep.
They need 3 of them out there.
Good to have him back next week.
Oh, no, mate. I know. And the halftime hero selection match of the round, we're going to take a look at Dromana taking on Edithvale at Dromana Recreation Reserve. This is going to be a very interesting game to follow throughout the 4 quarters, I reckon, because I reckon it's going to be pretty close, Macca, towards the end.
I reckon it's a cracking game to pick as the match of the round. I think some big bodies in this game.
Yeah.
Jeepers. And some good, midfielders. It'll be an absolute ball burst. So I think Dromana will get them slightly with that side they got in now. I think they've got some boys back now. They're hitting their straps. I think
Yeah, they
Dromana
are.
just it'll be tight.
Yeah, okay. I don't mind that, Gammers.
Yeah, I agree. Dromana will beat Edi, and I reckon Edi are going to finish probably 5th.
I tend to agree with that. Chief?
Dromana have got their wet sail up and they're flying.
Yeah, they are.
Dromana.
Yeah.
It's
hard to.
The good teams get going now, don't they?
Who's back this week? Did you say Macca earlier?
We were saying Quigley's back.
Quiggers is back and Clayton Gay.
Garn and Gay.
Yeah.
So that's pretty handy.
Handy ins.
Yeah.
Really handy ins. As we know, the Quigley family, huge stalwarts of the Dromana Football Netball Club. So he'll be, no doubt, a welcomed addition to that side. That rounds out Division 1 part of the Halftime Heroes football show. Well, it's time. We're going to take a quick break.
Oh, wow.
But after the break, these two, the Commish and
I'm
Josh
looking
Newman,
forward to it. I'm looking forward to it.
senior
I know
coach,
you're a bit nervous, but you'll be
senior coach
no.
co-coach of the Mornington Football Netball Club. And I forgot to tell you too at the top of the show that, there's a big announcement as well coming out of the Mornington Football Netball Club. So we might get maybe a little bit of that under the cone. Who knows? Because, we all know anything can happen under the cone of silence. That'll be up next with the Commissioner. You're listening and watching the Halftime Heroes.
Looking for unbeatable deals on new and used Toyotas? Head to Frankston Toyota, where great service meets great value. From rugged Hilux to fuel-efficient Corolla, we've got the perfect car for every driver. And right now, crazy low finance rates for selected models. Come see why locals trust Frankston Toyota. Just off the freeway. Easy to find, hard to beat. T's and C's apply. Visit frankstontoyota.com.au today.
And welcome back to the Halftime Heroes. It is now time for the Coach's Corner with the Commish. What do we need to do, please, Gammers?
And the cone going over.
We just lower that cone joining the Commish under the cone of silence. I don't know if they can hear us, but is the senior co-coach, Josh Newman, of the Mornington Football Netball Club. Newy, can you hear us?
Yes.
For fuck's sake,
Wow.
you're supposed to say no.
That was my best one. That was my best one. How could he hear it?
It's Loctite, you
I
fucking
thought
peanut.
it was funny.
Oh, God.
It was
Take it
funny,
away,
the
please. It's
reaction.
gone now. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
They're very.
Do they carry on
Have you
like this
noticed they're
every
very
week?
immature? It's nice to have an adult in the room. Or two adults.
You're welcome. I'm glad I brought the
All right,
say that
now,
with
you've
Jade
been
round.
You say that to me
I've got
sometimes.
some nut boy. Have I got notes?
You've been banging on about these notes for that
Boy,
long. Oh,
So
now we
this-
can't start.
This version of the Coach's Corner is like back into a time machine as well, right?
Okay,
So we're
nice.
going to go back into time
Yeah,
and
yeah.
go back through your footy career,
Yeah,
and then we're going to loosen up a little bit,
Nice.
talk about stuff at Frankston, then Mornington,
yeah.
and other surfing trips. The whole.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
got everything, mate.
Really?
Everything.
Oh, awesome.
Everything.
Jeez. Wow, you've done well.
Thanks for coming in, mate.
No
It's
worries.
great to have you on board.
Long time listener, first time caller.
Really?
Excited, yeah.
Long time listener. You didn't know about the cone, though, did you? You haven't been watching that long.
No, first time.
The cone's a joke, isn't it? The cone's an absolute joke. We've got to get rid of the cone.
No, we don't. It's the
Well,
best
What's wrong
part.
with the cone?
It's the
I
best
don't know.
part.
It never fucking works.
No.
Okay. So we're all on the cone. All right. So we're all going to do this together. Newy.
Yes.
Thanks for coming in, mate. It's
No
a
worries.
real pleasure to have you here and some sensible in between us three.
Yeah.
It's good to have some.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Turn it over.
It's good to be here.
Frankston 2014 for 3 years, best
Yeah.
and fairest in 2016. This is we're going back in the time machine, mate, where it spins around and the Austin Powers thing. We goes back and like, yeah, baby.
Huge fan of those. Yep.
Yeah, right. Your time at Frankston.
Yeah.
From there, you went to Williamstown in 2017 under Andy Collins.
Yep.
Why? And we'll get into the COVID stuff, but why the change after 3 years from Frankston to Willie?
Didn't really have a choice. The club went into administration, so
Yeah, that's right. The
yeah,
Graham
it was.
Corrie's
It,
business, wasn't it?
yeah, well, it was an interesting one because yeah, I was only young still.
Flying start.
Yeah, it was a tough year, obviously, for the club. But I'd had an all right year personally, and then we're on the way to our last game of the season over at in Ballarat, and then we just got wind of it before the game.
Yeah, right.
We were no longer the year after, so it was sort of one of those ones that was like, okay, this was going to be the last ever game that Frankston played.
Yeah, yeah.
And we're all sort of aware of that, and there was no sort of talk or anything about the club ever coming back. It was like, yeah, they're done, and that's the last ever game of football. And we sort of spoke about it as, let's, enjoy this last game. Will be, a sort of history-making game in a sense. It's the last ever game that the club will play, and obviously we know now they've come back and they've been doing awesome. But yeah, and then so obviously the following year the club didn't exist, and you obviously get contacted by a few sort of other clubs that know the team's not going to be there next year, and a few of us boys went to Williamstown and continued our VFL careers there, and a few boys stayed, and I ended up heading on a surfing trip after my 1 year there. But I loved it, at Williamstown.
Yeah, okay. Under Andy Collins,
Yeah.
more defensive. You sort of had you playing more defensively.
Yeah, 100%. So, like, I was very young, Frankston. I was sort of given a bit of a license to just kind of play in the back line, but not defend, essentially.
Yeah, right.
Like every good halfback's do.
Yeah, right. An attacking defender.
Get plenty of the pill and not defend anyone. So, Colo being, quality coach that he was, identified that pretty early. And,
right.
I think he showed a clip of me in the preseason about 48 times before round one of me just peeling off my man and the ball getting kicked over my head and him kicking a goal. So, but it was really good. It was good for my footy. He didn't care about me getting a kick at all. He just wanted me to defend and work on that side of my game and then work back into being a really balanced player. And, I learned a lot from him. He's a very different operator, which I liked. He was a school teacher. So, he was sort of a good mentor in that space as well at that time in my life.
Yeah, right.
And I got along really well with Colo and, learned a lot in my 1 year there. But, it had been a big sort of few years with my footy and, sort of some long seasons with some sort of testing days and all sorts of stuff. And I always enjoyed my time off and going surfing and catch up with mates. And, decided that, a few of my best mates were going on a surf trip and it was essentially I didn't want to miss out. So I went and did that the year after and,
2018 was the surf trip.
Yeah.
You went with a group of friends and you sort of, during that trip, you had a bit of a change of, you sort of found yourself a little bit. You come back with a bit slightly different way of thinking.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
you're right, looking after each other.
Yeah, 100%. I think anyone that sort of does some, long sort of winded overseas travel or whatever, it's a lot of time to stew in your thoughts and a lot of traveling days where you sort of just sitting in your thoughts for a little bit, and it gives you a lot of perspective on life. You can get used to just your own little bubble and you get carried away with things that probably don't really matter that much in your day-to-day life. But when you go and travel, I guess a lot of third world countries, we went into some pretty remote areas.
Where'd you go?
I went all through, we flew into Chile in South America, and then we pretty much went all the way up the coast and went through all of Central America and a little bit in the States and California. It was about just over 6 months in the end, and just chasing waves. And two of my best mates are twin brothers, and we had heaps of fun and heaps of time to just kind of reflect. I didn't even know if I'd go back and play footy at that stage. I was like, I reckon I'll just enjoy traveling, and I won't that might be it for me with footy, But I sort of kept an eye. That was the first year that Frankston came back into the competition, so I was, and as you do, like when you got plenty of time when you're traveling and that, and there was sort of different time differences, and I'd sometimes be up and I'd put the sort of Franger game on the iPad, and it just looked like a bit of fun. Like it was exciting to see the club back, and they weren't performing that great, but they were young and it looked happy and an awesome environment and pretty positive. And yeah, it sort of got the fire burning a little bit, and I probably realised that I was still pretty young and that I could have maybe, still had time to get back and maybe get a fair bit more out of my VFL career and sort of just see where it would take me. I also sort of felt a bit of a responsibility as I don't know, I just sort of came across my travels. I guess I just sort of felt like I was just cruising along life and I had probably a bit more to give and maybe give back and have a bit more of an impact in my community, and football was probably a good sort of avenue to do that with good young men, and being a teacher and that as well, I felt like a bit of a responsibility to make a bit of a difference.
And one of the first things you did when returning to Frankston was to put that into practice, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it was to make sure that player wellbeing, wellness, that sort of stuff. I know your mum Angela ran a welfare education program through there.
Yeah.
So really good to act on what you saw.
Yeah.
And so how'd you go about doing that? Was that embraced holistically by the club?
Yeah, I think it was at the time. Like I it sort of evolved really. Like it started with just me, thinking I might go back and play at Frankston, and then all of a sudden I'd open my notes in my phone on the bus travelling or on a plane or a boat or whatever, and I'd started jotting down some ideas and things that I wanted to do and have a bit of a plan of attack when I got back to, how can I make that impact that I want to make and all sorts of stuff. And when I got home, initially the first thing was like, okay, I've come off a year off footy and drinking a lot of piss and surfing and not doing anything. I need to get fit. So I was like, I didn't drink for the whole year pretty much, and just started getting really fit. And I just wanted to go back and see if I could play VFL footy. And I got myself in the best shape of my career, and
made team of the year in 2019, VFL team of the year.
Yeah.
Clearly you're in shape.
Well, yeah, and I think like it just sort of evolved, and I'd never been a leader in any sense with footy or school or anything like that. But I think I like, because they were such a young side, and I'd played a few years before I went overseas. All of a sudden, I was one of the older guys, one of the more experienced guys, and I was working really hard. Like, and I was sort of in my own head a little bit at the start, and then the coach at the time, Danny, was like, how do you feel about leadership? And I was like, to be fair, I hadn't thought about it really at all. And you got some good young leaders here that are in, Blake Mullane was the captain at the time, and I was like, I don't really want to step on any toes, but like I do want to try and have an impact and give back and make a bit of a difference. And then that sort of turned out to being I didn't think I'd be voted in as the captain, but I was, and then that, I guess, then you have that title and a bit of responsibility. I didn't know how I'd go, but it was something that I actually thrived on, I think, and I think that responsibility probably, some people can affect their footy, but I remember listening to a podcast at the time, Nat Fyfe was talking about, you've got to have your own backyard in shape, like, and if you can be the best player you can be and the best person you can be, then like that's halfway there, and a lot of what you do is by what you do, not what you say, and all sorts of stuff. So I just sort of went about doing that, and I played probably some of the best footy that I played, and that sort of probably helped with my leadership stuff as well, which was good. And, mum was awesome. Like, I just had that conversation with mum.
So your mum's trained in that space as
well? She was studying psychology. So mum's she's an inspiration, like, to us boys. She's gone back to uni at 60 and studied psychology.
Right. Nothing wrong with being 60, mate.
No. No, but like it was pretty cool that she was doing that, and it kind of our values aligned a little bit, and I saw an opportunity there with young men that probably didn't have some of the skills that I was lucky enough to have. I had a good stepdad that taught me a lot of these sort of skills in life, and also just some well-being side of things. And I was a real big believer of, like, your life off the field can impact the way that you turn up and you approach life at the footy club, and then in turn that helps you be a better footballer. So it was all, I guess, holistic and all included in that same sort of thing. And mum had sort of the skill set and had to sort of do a bit of that stuff as a part of her uni. So she was keen to get involved, and the boys responded well, and it was good.
No, that's brilliant. So you're a teacher by profession.
Yeah.
Like old matey.
Yes.
And that's a bit of a theme in the coaching rankings. I know Paddy Swain's a teacher. I'm not sure how many others are teachers, but was that something where you're always going to be a teacher? And that's sort of innate. So either you're a really good teacher or you're bloody horrible at it. But it seems to me with the coaching experience at one time, they intertwine a lot, don't they?
Yeah. I guess they do. And I think, I guess at the start of that question, I actually wasn't going to be a teacher. Like, I went to uni and studied a Bachelor of Sport and Outdoor Recreation, and it just happened that you could do the extra year, and it was a double degree and teaching. So I was just like, I'll do that, and I could feel my mates were doing it as well. But I really love the outdoor ed side of things, and I was my first 3 years at uni, I was pretty keen on like becoming a tour guide or running like outdoor expeditions and taking people on trips like sea kayaking or hiking or something like that. And then I'd had some pretty bad experiences in my first 3 years with mentor teachers that they just were throwing a uni student. They didn't want you there, and they were not very good teachers, not super passionate. And then my last year, I organised to do it with someone I knew, and he was a really good young teacher. And like the kids loved him. He was super engaging. He used technology, and he was sort of very modern in the way that he did things. And I was like, oh, he's pretty cool the way that he does things. And that probably, and then I was like, oh, that could be good. And then you finish uni, and you're like, you can go on CRT and earn $400. I was traveling, and it just kind of worked out well. And then I was pretty lost a little bit early days in my teaching career because I loved primary school with the one teacher, one classroom model. But then I really loved working with the older kids because you could have mature conversations.
Sure.
And you could sort of that stage of their life to point them in the right direction, after school and that. And then I got the job at Cedar, which is essentially the best of both worlds, and the stuff that I was really
handy breeding ground too.
Exactly. Exactly. It's worked quite well. It worked quite well. So and the footy link as well. So I think teaching and footy, it's like it's not necessarily you either have it or you don't. I think it's more like your ability to connect with people and your ability to build meaningful relationships where people will listen to you and want to follow you, and that you have that ability to connect with people.
Yeah, sure. Well, fast forward a little bit. We'll get to more modern day stuff. You went to Mornington in 2023 with the instant effect, winning the flag, two flag in 2023 against.
Against me. It's kind of silence. He can't hear, can he?
No, but he can see you pointing. But I just answered him. Fuck.
Well done.
Still not.
Anyway.
Oh dear. What appealed to you about the Mornington job? It was harder times back then. You were living in a tent, beers out of a tent.
We were.
So it was run there for a couple of years, wasn't it?
It was. In hindsight, you look back on it and think it was hard because you now know what we've got, and you appreciate that now. Yeah. But I think at the time, because there was so much change, and I was lucky enough to have Macca that came on board at the time, and obviously now we've been a great team working together as co-coaches. And at the time, the job really appealed to me because it's my local club. I just bought a house with my now wife in Mornington. I just had a sort of nasty injury at VFL level, and there was so the changes that have been made now at Frankston probably weren't happening as quick as I would have liked. And I was sort of looking at the expiry date of my career, and I'm like, okay, I want to play finals footy, and I want to make an impact. And I was trying to do that at Frankston, and probably got to the point where it's like, what more can I do? And and then the opportunity to coach, you go, okay, well, as a coach, you can have more impact, you can have more influence, you can make more of those decisions and lots of stuff. And when I met with Macca as well, like he was on the same page, and I think he's probably the most optimistic person I've ever met, and super positive. And I think, it didn't matter where we were or what we were doing. I think the fact that, having someone like Macca and myself that were fresh and new, and everyone was really positive about just something new and different. And I think we sort of brought, and I think we had conversations early days about like, we didn't even talk about the portables, the environment we're in. It was just
in a way it can bring you together. In a funky sort of way.
We just said from the get-go, like I remember the whole, pretty much the first 6 weeks of preseason, we made a conscious effort to be like, these guys need to have fun. Like, I think it had just been, but we'd spoken to key leaders and figures. It was like, that they needed a refresh, they needed a change, and they sort of knew what was happening every week, and it was getting a bit monotonous. And so that was our focus at the start. Sure. And then, one thing sort of led to another, and we had a really young list, but things sort of aligned at the right time as well. We had a couple of guys come back at crucial times that helped, and Gamma's Somerville team caused us headaches all year, and we couldn't get it done against them. And it just sort of happened to fall our way on the last day, and we were you say lucky, but it also and they would have said not said the same thing, but I guess that like one team had to win, and both teams would have done a mountain of work to get to where they got to on that day, and we just happened to get things right at the right time, and walked away, and it was a great way to start. But yeah, it was still a challenge throughout, and you go into Division 1, and it's been 2 challenging years again, but it's different challenges, and we've embraced it. We've loved it.
Just want to drill down a little bit more on a personal level now.
Yeah.
You went to Mornington as a playing coach.
Yeah.
There was an incident that occurred in season 2024.
Yeah.
Which kept us all sort of guessing of what has just happened there.
Yeah.
What happened there?
Yeah, so...
Are you comfortable?
Yeah, I'm comfortable to talk about it. And, so there's a bit, I guess, of a lead up to that game at Red Hill against Red Hill at home. I'd suffered a pretty serious concussion at training before round 1, and I actually missed the round 1 game. It was an interesting one because I remember us having a conversation. The new concussion protocol had just come out literally that week. Yeah. And I remember thinking,
meaning it's 2 weeks.
Yeah, so it was this whole new protocol, and we had to be across it at work as well. And the 21 days and all sorts of stuff. And I was like, far out. Like, it was still quite blurred in the grey areas around the 21 days. And I was like, it's going to be an interesting conversation, that first case. And like, we're going to have to try and make a stance on it. We're following the protocol, this, that, and the other. And then it happened to be me at training. And it was just like, we were doing a fun little handball game, and CJ Small, who's now at YC, caught me holding the ball in this fun little handball game. I'm ultra competitive, so I chased him down, and he ended up getting fed a handball back, and I went to just nail him. And he's just turned around at the last minute, and I've run straight in his shoulder, and I was out, and it was pretty nasty. And I came back after the 21 days and sort of didn't think too much about it. But that was probably the start of probably some underlying issues. And coaching, footy, I'm involved in a charity. There's a lot of stress involved as well, but it ended up being, I was all right for a couple of weeks, and then I copped another sort of head knock against Sorrento off the ball, which wasn't ideal, and disappointing in front of the coach's box, their coach's box and that. And I was pretty rattled by that, but in the moment, like you go through all these phases and of concussion and the symptoms and that, and I went into automatic anger. And I remember I ran back to the coaches. I think maybe identified from the bench that I probably copped a pretty heavy knock and put me full forward, and I went nearly belted the poor young bloke and full back because I just wasn't quite with it. And in hindsight, looking back on it, I'd suffered a concussion, and I hadn't taken it seriously, and I was sort of blaming other things, and my vision was going a bit funny. I was like, I was late in the game by that stage, and so maybe I was dehydrated. It was a hot day and all sorts of stuff, and then I was like, I had it in the back of my mind, and probably deep down I knew that things weren't right. But, and my fault, you feel the pressure as a coach and as one of the key players, and that okay, I'll be right. Like, I won't say anything, and I won't concern someone. And I wasn't 100% sure at the time. You still second guess yourself, and I was starting to have a few sort of symptoms here and there. And then I copped another knock at training in the lead up to the Red Hill game, and we had a bye after Red Hill. So I was like, if I just get through the Red Hill game, and then I'll get a couple of weeks off, and I can probably get sorted and like give my brain a bit of a rest and all sorts of stuff. And then I copped another little knock at training and stuff that usually I just would brush off. And one of the boys at training sort of just clipped me just with the spoil, and it sort of rattled me a little bit. Right. And then in the first quarter of the Red Hill game, I just got tackled. Bloke was playing on, and I sort of just got a handball off, and he sort of tackled me, and we both fell to the ground, and my sort of front of my head hit the ground. It was pretty innocuous and that. And then I sort of kept playing, as silly as it sort of probably was, and still not really understand what was going on. And then it was probably my wife actually noticed from the boundary line, which is pretty hard to sort of talk about now, that I wasn't right, and she actually texted Rico, one of our coaches who lived next door to us, saying you need to get him off. Like he's not right. Like something's up. Yeah, right. And Rico was in the middle of the game and didn't sort of know, hadn't received the text or whatever. But I was like arguing with the umpires, which probably wasn't out of character sometimes. Had a sort of an interaction with the umpire, and was just doing sort of out of character sort of stuff. And then got to the third quarter, and I ended up having like a proper panic attack, and sort of a bit of an out of body experience essentially. And I just got to 3/4 time as soon as the siren went, and I just had to escape that environment. It just was, there was so much going on, and it's sort of hard to explain to someone that may not have been through something like that before. Sure. You just kind of you feel like you've sort of fully lost control. And that was me for the day, and my family sort of came in to the rooms and that where I was, and the best thing for me at that time was to remove myself from the environment. And from then on it went into some pretty nasty concussion, your sort of typical concussion stuff, and I had sort of symptoms for about 3 or 4 months in the end, with waking up feeling hungover till about lunchtime, and I couldn't look at a screen for more than 20 minutes, and I ended up being sort of diagnosed with post-concussion syndrome, which was essentially your symptoms don't go away, or the prolonged symptoms or whatever, and I had to go and see a specialist up in South Yarra and do like rehab stuff for it. So it's all this sort of brain training. I had some issues with my eyes, and I guess just some damage from the concussions, and multiple concussions in the space of I guess a month, and the nasty one at the start of the year. And it was it was a really tough time for myself, for my partner, my family, because I just wasn't myself, and it was sort of that's the worry with concussion, I guess, is the fact that it's not just a physical injury; it affects your mental health, severely. And it was pretty hard because you feel quite alone at the time. I sort of seeked a lot of comfort in speaking to a few people that I knew been through similar things, and people might be familiar with the Nathan Murphy story from Collingwood, which I resonated a lot with. He had similar symptoms with panic attacks, and all that sort of stuff. So. It was a pretty long journey, I'm sort of back to full health now, and that's the main thing now. I'm happy and healthy and married and having a kid now, which is going to be exciting in Jan. So it all
when mate? January, baby. All the
Sarah,
good people born in January.
So it's all good now, but I think it's a good story to kind of. It's not a good story, but I think it's important that we continue to share these stories, and it's a serious issue that. Everyone needs to take. It is real, and there's plenty of other stories out there too of guys that have been through similar stuff, and it's not pretty, but everyone has their challenges, and it sort of makes you stronger on the other side.
Thanks for your candidacy, mate. It was very nice. So we'll keep rolling with 2024 and the unbelievable finish of the year, where we spoke about this when you guys first walked in, and what the last couple of minutes of that, where Sorrento, where was Spook was down at Red, where was Spook?
They were playing Sorrento at
Sorrento, and you guys were up on the hill.
Yeah.
And your game was about half an hour delayed, and it was last time I looked, you were 26 points behind, and relegation was you were done.
Yeah,
and you got up a couple of points. What an unbelievable! The feeling around the club then must have been just euphoria. Because you've ticked the box, you've stayed there.
Yeah, it was bizarre because 12 months earlier, it was a very similar reaction, if not better in a sense because we knew where we were in that first year in Division 2, and that we thought it would be probably a 3-year sort of plan and to get back into Division 1 and that. But I guess because you do all that hard work to sort of make it up to Division 1 and you want to stay there, and it's sort of just the writing looked like it was on the wall, and everyone was kind of saying to us as coaches, and lucky he's so optimistic and positive, it's like, we as coaches, we just sort of said until it's over, let's just keep being positive. Let's go with it, and you never know. And things just all sort of worked out in the end. And I guess the twist of Nady going down in that first quarter, our best player, and just everything looked like it just wasn't going to work out for us. And and even up until 3/4 time, and we just said to him we just got to keep going, and you just don't know what can happen. And if we get a run on here, who knows, and that's exactly what happened. And we left it literally to the last minutes of the season to avoid relegation. And I think the rest of the comp had thought that what's done was done because of the half an hour, 20-minute delay that it was. They'd checked the scores, and we were 26 points down. And they were, once everyone probably got changed and went up to the rooms at their respective venues, started to realise what was going on. So it was a pretty special way to finish the year, and made our re-signing process a little bit easier, because I think the boys were up and about, happy to stay in Division 1, and I think it was a positive way to finish the year. And with the new rooms this year and that, there's lots of positives.
Fantastic.
For sure.
That's a beautiful little segue. You wanted to put it next year?
Yeah, well, Josh and I have loved working together, and we have been together since 2023. And I've got a young list. We were talking about the amount of kids we've played this year, and and we're very. I mean, I'm a lot older than Josh, but we're very similar in the way we coach, but we also complement each other in the way we get. So, two of us are signed on. We're ready to go.
Fantastic. Awesome.
Absolutely huge.
So good. Fun. You've mentioned before VFL level playing at Frankston, that sort of stuff. You wanted to make it a fun environment when you come back from your surfing trip, and you learnt that and that sort of stuff. And it appears that way at Mornington now. And after talking to Macca, I haven't really spoken to you before, but after talking to Macca, it looks like a fun environment. Look at the three-quarter time huddle. Everyone looked like they were enjoying themselves. You're only 4 goals down, right in the game. So it looks like it's a holistic buy-in type thing, and it's so you're making an effort to make training that way, to make game day that way, to make an hour before the game that way.
Yeah, like a lot of the time, unfortunately, it's at the expense of myself. I'm usually taking the piss out of myself or telling horrible jokes to try and make it fun. But it's something you do have to, you do have to remind yourself to do it, and that you have to remind yourself that like when we started, that was a goal of ours, and that was sort of a part of our DNA in a sense as coaches, that we wanted to make it an enjoyable environment. My philosophy from day one was always like, well, if people are enjoying themselves at training and at games, they're going to be more likely to turn up, and then once they're there, you can get in and work hard, and we can do all those other things, but.
I work hard without knowing it.
Yeah, exactly. And I think, but as all coaches do, you get caught up in the win-loss and the stress of the game, and you do have to remind yourself, oh, geez, we haven't probably done one of those fun social nights in a little while, or maybe we can in the last 15 minutes of training, do a bit of a fun game, whatever. So, but we've got an unbelievable young list. Like, we're probably at the stage now where I think next year, we've debuted 19 young guys this year. It's unheard of. Like, it's ridiculous, which has its own challenges because you struggle to get some continuity within the list. But I think what we've got out of it, with knowing, the talent we've got through, and the guys that are up to it next year, and the guys that probably will take another couple of years, and we've now got the gym up and going in the club, and like everything's, we moved into the rooms this year, but now everything's humming, and it's like I think, next year for us is going to be a huge growth year, and they're a great bunch of blokes, and they make and they're so coachable, and they're a great bunch of fellas, so it's pretty easy to be around.
Yeah, no, it does help too. Like I've said this to you before. Like I've coached a few footy clubs. But this football club is so well run.
Yeah,
like Rob Smith and Cole and Allison.
Yeah, fantastic.
Adam Heath does a power work around the club.
Yeah.
And there's just so many good people in this football club. We like, for us to sign, like, it's sort of a no-brainer. You talk about the kids, but also the support we get from the football club. Yeah. It's an amazing club. It really is. You talk about the venue, but the people behind the scenes, they are just amazing. Like, they really are. Jason Jacoby was amazing for us in 2024. Just a lot of quality good people.
Yeah, no, fantastic. There's lots we haven't spoken about. Obviously, your brother Nick.
Yeah.
Is one of the stars of the competition. Your mates with Lockie Whitfield.
Yeah.
I would have loved to have been in your backyard. The 9-year-old playing those footy games, I'd be quite willing, I would imagine.
I was the worst. I lost everything. I thought I was still a half-decent footballer. I grew up literally losing, coming last. Like you had it over my little brother, Maverick.
But there's one particular guy I want to talk about. It's Maverick. So Maverick's gone on to be a full-time comedian, professional comedian. And, so what's Maverick's history?
He's very big in the theatre too, isn't he?
He is. Oh, yeah, he's an amazingly talented human being. Oh.
And I spoke to your mum earlier, and she said that you're her least favourite.
Yes. Oh, yeah. No, she would have said that.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's funny because I believe I'm actually her favourite. But I'm just the least talented out of all of them. But Maverick,
it's a hard school.
Maverick is what his name suggests. Like he's like you got Nick, Josh, and then Maverick, and Maverick is a maverick. Like
he's the maverick.
He's done amazing things in the world of the arts, and like he's an amazing writer. He's written musicals. He's currently touring with the Footloose professional musical. He's been in a handful of other professional shows, and it's a shame I didn't get his height because he's 6'7".
He is,
and he would prefer to be my height. I think he doesn't get a few jobs because he's too tall and all that sort of thing. But he's an incredibly and it's awesome for our family. Like obviously a very footy heavy family. It's nice to go to. Yeah, well, you go to the theatre and like he's always the funny guy in the shows, and you just go and piss yourself and something a bit different. It's
Fantastic.
awesome.
I've seen Footloose.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't, and I'm not just saying, I swear to God, I can show you a comment that I made on, because I didn't rate, I love theatre.
Yeah.
I didn't rate Footloose. I didn't think it was that great. He absolutely made it.
Yeah.
He was fucking hilarious. He
Willard.
was so, Willard.
Willard,
He
the one that
was
can't
so funny. And, mate, he just did it so well.
Yeah.
It was the absolute best.
Yeah, he's very funny and a very talented young man, Maverick. So, now we've done well. The Newman's
very
mum,
talented group.
Mum's
The
done it.
genes are very strong.
Yeah.
Now, nearly there. Josh, you've been but you played a lot of footy everywhere.
Yeah.
The jump from Division 2 to Division 1.
Yeah.
It's maybe, I don't know. It's a hurdle.
Yeah, it is.
Steeplechase.
It is. Like I think, as you can see with Edi-Asp, like I think the top end of Division 2 is not far off the bottom end of Division 1. And then you see Division 1, it's just like anyone can beat anyone on the day. Like Edi is sitting third, and we drew with them, and like I think anyone on their day could beat. I think the difference in Division 2 is the fact that, like, sort of what Macca sort of spoke about earlier. It's like you could find yourself in vulnerable positions and dig you out. I think we were in one of our games, we're down by 7 goals at quarter time in Division 2. We ended up winning by over 100 points.
That's not going to happen in Division 1, is it?
It's a bit of a shootout, and I think the defensive side of the game really comes in Division 1, and you got a lot of sort of VFL guys as well in Division 1. So I think like that's probably what makes it really even, and why anyone can beat anyone on their day, because sometimes you go up against a Mount Eliza side that are stacked and got their VFL guys back, and then all of a sudden you get them when they're all out VFL duties, and all of a sudden you can sort of match it with them a little bit. Yeah. So but I think that's what makes it exciting, and I think there is as a whole, like all the teams in Division 1 compared to all the Division 2 teams is probably a big gap. Yeah, but Edi have shown, and even Leigh and ourselves, like we've been able to compete. We haven't gone straight up and straight down. Edi have come in and did really well to retain their list, and then add a few more guys, where we sort of were at the stage with our list that our older, more experienced guys have been there for a long time and wanted to win a flag, and then they were sort of done, and then we had to replenish with young guys again, and you just sort of had to survive for a couple of years. So, but yeah,
and it looks like you're doing that.
Yeah, we are
going to plan.
I think
you're going to be fine.
Yeah, 100%. And like I mentioned earlier, like we probably did a lot earlier than we thought, so we were probably caught off guard a little bit. Being really early up into Division 1 with the young list that we had, and we had to sort of learn on the fly a fair bit, because we just got our head around what we felt was Division 2 and all the teams there, and all of a sudden, bang, we're in Division 1, and you got to. Yeah, you can't be caught napping. That's for sure.
No.
Yeah.
You've seen all the teams. Who wins the medal in Division 1? The best.
As in, who wins the flag in Division 1?
Who wins the medal at the end of the year? The best player in Division 1, in your eyes.
I'm very biased. I'd say if we won more games, Kai Owens would be right up there.
Yeah.
He's a star, but I think it's pretty hard to go past Billy Gertz. Like, I just think he's just consistently getting so much of the footy and having such big impact in games and that. So I think he'd be probably your red hot favourite. And then, it'd be there's so many good players. Like every team has 5 genuine superstars, and then there's teams that bat really deep and teams that sort of don't have as much depth at the bottom. So,
and Rosebud wins it.
I think Rosebud. I think Rosebud wins it. Like, if they're healthy and they get a list together, like Campbell Huswaite and Mitch White are genuine superstars, and the fact that they've got those two in the same team, like they could go to
anywhere.
Like they go to clubs and be that the main man anywhere they went. Like, and they're superstars, super leaders. Like, I just think I think if they're going to get all those guys in that grand final team, if they make it, I think they're going to be hard to beat with this experience.
Gammers, have you got any questions?
I don't think so.
Well,
I think you've covered it.
Was thinking,
you're very thorough.
Because I did send you a curly one today just to throw into the mix, and he talks about how he might not be the most talented Newman, But you're actually sitting next to a bloke who represented Victoria in diving.
Yeah.
Victoria in
He
diving.
represented Victoria.
Shit, sorry, I missed that.
Yeah.
Plays himself
Who
down.
got you that?
Yes.
Did I tell you that? Did I?
Yeah,
or have
I
you
know.
got
Yeah,
the
Yeah,
scoop
and
on
he
that?
told me that
Quite
today,
the-
Mara text. And
Yeah.
I missed it.
I remember saying, did you represent
I came 8th. I was the 8th best diver in the state
in the state, the
Yeah.
8th best?
out of 8.
Was that like a pea? out of 8? Is that like a pea jumping?
No, well, funnily enough, that's where it began.
The old pea jump.
I was no good at swimming. Right?
Yeah.
So we used to always have at our primary school, Mount Martha Primary School. We always had our swimming carnival at Toorak.
Yep.
And I was rubbish at swimming, so I'd be sinking to the bottom. And then I heard him over the loudspeaker or whatever say, if anyone wants to join, compete in the diving, go over to sign up at the diving board. And I just was like, I didn't even want to sign up. I didn't even realize. I just saw people going up to the diving board. I didn't actually heard the announcement, and
you thought
I just said, I just want to go off.
canteen.
I just want to go off the diving board. I get to do a flip off the diving board. I'm like, yeah, you got to put your name down here. I was like, right, whatever. And I just went up to the diving board and did a backflip and landed it on my feet. I didn't even dive. And then someone's come up to me later and said, you won the diving competition. And then I had
One dive.
I went and did an intensive 8-week training program at Toorak to learn how to dive properly and that. And did all these dives and as a primary school kid, and I remember being self-conscious in my little budgies. And then I went to state, and there was all these like serious divers, and I was like, oh, I'm out of my depth. But I still got a certificate somewhere.
Fantastic.
Mum's still got it in the
Yeah,
scrapbook.
she'd have it somewhere. So that's my claim to fame.
Ah,
very
very
good.
good.
Mate. Very good. Now, the last one. 3 things you would never do again. Now, you've been around the traps. Doesn't have to be footy related.
Jeez.
3, that's
3
hard.
things you never do again.
Get
3
knocked
teams
out?
I'd never do again.
One of
Uh,
you. That went out your head.
It's a bit soon, isn't it?
No, absolutely.
Yeah, probably if I could control that. Jeez, that'd be nice. Oh wow, that's a tough question because I'm genuinely one of those people that I don't tend to regret.
You must have
No,
done something and
honestly.
thought, oh, geez, I'm never
Oh.
doing that again.
I got away with it though. That's the thing. No, I told my mother that I when I was overseas, I got home. I was with my 2 mates, and they'd gone home a little bit earlier, and I was partying with some of the locals and that. And I ended up we were in like the 4th story apartment, and they'd locked the hostel, and I couldn't get up. So I'd had a few drinks too, and it wasn't the smart thing to do. But I scaled the 4-story building, and I knocked on the door and my mate opened the door, and he was like, he didn't understand how I'd gotten there.
Where the fuck did you come from?
Yeah,
You're
so
not
that's
the window,
something
you
I
mean?
would never do again. That's
Okay.
for sure. But
Right.
I'd never play Somerville in a grand final again.
It's the gift that keeps giving, isn't it?
We don't
I
have to.
thought you were going
We
to say
don't
something
have
about
to.
those cans that we've been thrown.
Well, that's a
Oh,
touchy one,
yeah,
mate.
that was,
That's
yeah.
a touchy one.
Yeah.
Some poor kid got bloody life or something.
Yeah.
Like that. Like,
Yeah.
One
there's
kid from something.
Some pretty big overreactions.
But
Yeah.
Oh.
yeah.
Jesus.
But no, other than that, there's probably one more. I need one more. I'd probably never.
Gonorrhea follows you home.
What?
Huh?
What did he say?
Gonorrhea.
Gonorrhea phobia. I'd probably have never competed in that diving competition. I would have just taken my win at the Toorak College, not gone and competed at state.
Never
There
be
you
mates
go.
with Chin. You could have said
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
You could have
Yeah,
said that one.
exactly. You'll be affiliated with him.
Unfortunately, he's a good bloke, Chinny.
Yeah,
He's good value, Chinny boy.
Josh, it's been great value, mate. We could have gone
No
on
worries.
for ages
Yes.
with you and spoke about your brother and Lockie Whitfield and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Might have to do another one of these, but
No,
mate, you've
they
been
get
a
enough.
joy.
They get enough
So-
airtime. Those.
But mate, good luck to the ensuing games. 4 games coming up.
Yeah.
I know it's going to be a little bit tight, but it looks like you're going to be okay at Warner and rebuild again for 2026.
Yeah, hopefully, mate. I think it's going to be a good sort of month. Hopefully, we can finish well and launch into 2026.
Hunting season started.
Yeah, it sure has.
Has it?
We've started
Has it?
2026 now. That's our sort of thing.
We've opened the season up right now for
Yeah.
the last 4 games. Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is good.
You won't mention it. Mate, thanks for coming in.
No, thank
Really-
you very
really
much.
enjoy it.
Appreciate
Really
you guys
enjoyed
having
it.
me on. It was good
Fantastic.
fun. Yeah.
Very good. Always sensational when the Commission's doing the cone of silence. It's only gone for 40 minutes. Which
Yeah,
is
I know.
Absolutely fantastic.
When you got a guest like that, you can't make it short. and sharp.
you can't. No,
milk him for everything.
Absolutely.
And we left a fair bit on the table too.
Yeah, I know.
There's lots of other
Absolutely.
things.
I'm glad we got, because I was going to run with that, but you bet me
Yeah,
do
the
it.
diving.
Just the old diving.
Yeah.
Very good. Landed on your feet. I love every bit of it. Thank you for joining us, Newey. Under the cone of silence.
Yeah, up.
Very,
Can it
very
come up?
good. Oh, it's
already up.
Yeah,
It's up.
It just
Yeah,
goes up by itself.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Automatic.
There's a little button.
Does it?
Little button underneath.
Does it even come down?
No,
I don't know
no,
anymore.
it does. It does. It does come down. That is a wrap for the Coach's Corner with the Commish. We're going to come back with Division 2 football. Josh, are you staying around or are you going to bail?
Good question. How long do you guys keep talking for?
A while. A while.
I'll probably bail. I'll probably
Okay.
bail.
Well, mate,
I'm an early riser, so I
yeah,
go to
no,
bed
fair
nice and
enough.
early, past my
Thanks for
bedtime.
joining us on the Halftime
Appreciate it,
Heroes,
boys.
mate. Very much appreciate it.
Thanks for having us on.
Good luck for the rest of the year,
Yeah, cheers.
and
It's been-
bring on
it's been
2026.
fun. Yeah.
You are more than welcome back in Suss's Garage for sure. That is a wrap for the Coach's Corner with the Commish. We're going to be back with the Division 2 football show. You're listening and watching the Halftime Heroes.
Looking for unbeatable deals on new and used Toyotas? Head to Frankston Toyota, where great service meets great value. From rugged Hilux to fuel-efficient Corolla, we've got the perfect car for every driver. And right now, crazy low finance rates for selected models. Come see why locals trust Frankston Toyota. Just off the freeway. Easy to find, hard to beat. T's and C's apply. Visit frankstontoyota.com.au today.
Welcome back to the Halftime Heroes. Well done to you. Where do you rate it?
On the podium.
On the podium.
I think it's
On
on
the
the podium.
podium.
Yeah. Josh was very,
He's
very, very good.
good. One thing I didn't ask him, I was talking to Macra about it, I wonder if he wants to coach at higher level, because someone of that ilk would be required, I think, at VFL level, Macra, yeah?
Yeah, I mean,
Down the track, he's only 29.
yeah, I mean, Frankston, I've got no doubt whatsoever. He doesn't talk about it too much, but I dare say they'd be asking the question.
100%.
The chance
Mad
would
if
be
they
there to
didn't.
go back there. Yeah.
Okay. But anyway, not 2026.
No, he's on board.
Yeah.
Absolutely well done to
Fantastic.
you, to all the organisation that is Mornington Football Netball Club,
Great
mate,
club.
because they're all the better, I think, for signing both you and Newey, for sure.
Yeah, we're really excited about it. Like, we're having all those kids come through. We get to, go and consolidate those kids now.
Yeah.
We're big pre-season and, there's more, obviously, kids coming through, but the amount of kids that we've had, they're going to be the ones we really focus on because they've had a little taste.
Yeah.
Speaking of kids, Macca, you, again, you're off soon with your under-12s. Mate, I spoke to you during the week and you've handpicked probably 6 or 7 that you probably wouldn't mind seeing in 6 or 7 years' time playing on the big stage.
Get the branding on
Yeah,
it.
it's good. It's good.
Yeah.
When you look at some like, Kobe Lynch's in our side, and you're talking about, the son of Tom Lynch who played at the Adelaide Crows. So, Cobe's sort of heading that way. We played Dromana Secondary Year 7. These are grade 6s, obviously. We played Dromana Secondary College Year 7s and 8s the other day. Now, granted, I've had 1,000 kids to choose from to pick the best 23, but, Lynch kicked 5, Dukenham, involved in another 5, and unbelievable. And Paul Corrigan's young boy, Sully Corrigan, I'll tell you what, he's an absolute superstar, that kid. And he's dominating. He's our captain. And we've got one of the McDonald twins from Alex. You remember Alex, the number 1 draft pick that went to Hawthorn, and Collingwood got one of his twins in the side. The other one had concussion, so couldn't trial during our trial period. But there's some stars in that side. And we fly out to Maroochydore on Sunday. We've got a bye on Monday, and then we start the tournament against New South Wales on Tuesday.
Fantastic.
So excited. We're going for our
good luck.
three-peat. We're going for the third one in a row.
That's awesome. Has junior footy ever been as strong? I mean, the game's in good nick, isn't it?
It is in good nick. It's amazing some of the kids that come through the side, like, and where we see them from. I've got a young kid called Alec Corso from Cobram. Like, he's a super, super player, and he plays up
Country
a couple of years up, and he's real wiry, but geez, he's got some tricks. Paddy Hardiman, he's sort of a bit of a low. We've got none from the actual Mornington Peninsula. We had a kid called Rye Webb from Frankston Dolphins. He was an emergency. Normally we do have a couple of kids from the Peninsula, not this year. But there's some super talented kids around, and it's just great to watch.
For the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
If the halftime hero do want to get involved and are interested in Macca's under 12 squad, we're going to post that on social media. I have a copy of it here, and there are some very, very impressive names on that list. But it's the School Sports Victoria and going for the three-peat up in sunny Queensland, mate. You'll be just quietly happy with that, wouldn't you?
I called in the other day to have a look at Maroochydores ground, and I was licking my lips. It's a beautiful big ground, and it's a nice deck, and we're up there. The girls are up there at the same time as us, so the boys and the girls are going to be on grounds next to each other. So hopefully we can salute in both.
Yep.
And it should be a fantastic week. South Australia always provide a real challenge for us, so it's one we look forward to. We're Western Australia too, to an extent, but the last few years it's definitely been us against South Australia.
Yeah. Very good. Almost the rivalry back, isn't it, Commish?
Oh,
the interleague
my
rivalry.
God, why haven't we got interleague?
Exactly.
State of origin
himself
next year.
thinking we're going to go, yeah.
Back on.
Interleague has to come back.
Yeah.
Done it, Macca?
I was going to bring it up tonight. I was actually going to say to you guys, I'm going to cause any problems bringing this up. If we're talking state of origin, why are we not picking the best side of the NPNFL?
Correct.
You guys had a very good guest on last week, and Zach, I thought, amazing the way he was so honest in regards to the fact that Zach, will admit he's never played senior footy and was never a senior footballer, and he's gone on to become a super coach, Zach is. But what I garnished from it too was the Southern Football League has definitely improved, and I'll be the first one to say that, but I love to see the Mornington Peninsula go up against the Southern Footy League. Let's have a look at it.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's put the best against the best.
Yeah, well, let's put the bloody commentators and the haters of the Southern Football League to test.
I actually think we'd get more than a surprise in that game.
Yep.
I agree with that.
Southern did one. Play MPNFL did one.
I'd love to put the two sides together, just even on paper.
In the juicy.
Yeah.
We're going to get it going.
I don't think it'll be that close.
Really?
I reckon that's what's happened in the last few years.
Really?
Let's put it on paper.
I reckon we'll challenge Zach, because Zach's got a good handle on the competition.
Okay, that's a
let's
very
challenge
good idea.
Zach to put his best side together, and we'll put our best side together, and let's have a look on paper. And
I like
it a lot.
Yeah, that's terrific.
I like that.
So Southern would be...
But Gammers, I agree with you.
I think
the
3
Southern's
years ago,
improved.
We were turning our nose up at Southern. Now, I don't think it'd be a game.
Really? Yep. Wow. What do you reckon, Macca?
I think I agree with Gammers that I was turning my nose up at the Southern too. I saw it as well and was a bit like they're a fair bit off the pace with us, but it's not anymore.
No.
I reckon it'd be a cracking game.
Yeah.
I think we'd put together a pretty good side because I see some bloody good players in Division 1 Mornington Peninsula. I think it'd be close. I honestly think it'd be close, but it could go either way.
Well, Zach would be listening tonight or on Wednesday. Can he put a team together for us?
Yep.
He's best.
We'll get him to
Southern.
Yep. Zach's my new
and
best friend.
We'll put one together.
Yep.
Well, you will.
Yep.
You guys.
My new best friend.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, and we'll put one together as a panel.
Well, when you say we, not
Those
me.
two.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because I just go to the bar.
Yeah.
Don't ask us.
Let's get stuck into Division 2 football because there was plenty happening in round 15. It was, of course, the TAC road safety round. It was played out in what?
No,
See, you're waving your arms again.
I'm rolling my eyes at the time. Let's go.
Oh my God! You just held it up.
Jeez. You didn't say let's go when he went 45 minutes long in the coach's corner.
Quality.
Oh, do you know exactly?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. See, take it away, Sus. Take it away. I'll just sit here quietly.
Don't get sad. Come on.
The first game that took place was Bomb Beach taking on the Frankston Bombers Football Netball Club, 14-10-94, defeating Bomb Beach 4-8-32. Best players for Bomb Beach. It was. Remember last week we had the bloody computer meltdown? You weren't here.
No, but I heard about it.
The internet went kaput. In the best for Bomb Beach, it was Ethan Wright, Jet Peggett, Jack Sullivan, Jack Kovacic.
Yep.
Kovacic, I reckon. Ben McLean, and for Frankston, it was Flynn Wood, Khan Haratuku, Ben Charles, Spencer Robertson, and Jack Matheson.
Flinny Wood's having a year. Isn't he? He's been in. I reckon he's been the best every week.
Yeah, at least a dozen times.
Yeah.
Yep.
The next game was down at the Hastings Club down at Hastings. Is it called Blue Scope? Or is Blue Scope just the junior? It's the junior ground, isn't it?
Yeah. Blue Scope's the one.
Oh, it is. It's around
motorcycle.
it's
track,
around the other way. It's around the other way. It was Hastings. Ride too strong. Don't you make eyes at me. Rye too strong. In the end, did I call it? Oh, yes, I did. It was 10-11-71, defeating Hastings 7-11-53.
Are you saying you called Rye beating Hastings?
Yes.
Oh, jeez, magnificent call.
You don't reckon? I reckon Hastings are better than that.
Okay.
You don't.
That's a good win.
That's a very good
At
win.
Hastings.
Exactly right.
But it's not a tip from miles off, is it?
No, I suppose not.
Geez,
I suppose not. It wasn't
He's a
bad.
bit narky,
He needs to get
though,
home. Kate's texting him and stuff.
Yeah, I told her I wasn't going to be for 4 hours today.
In the best for Hastings, it was Noah Kyriakou, Bradley Kovac, Josh Beringer, Harry Merriman, and Jake Hewitt. And for Rye, it was Eddie Green, Taj Campbell, Farrell, Lockie Crode, Jack Windsor, and Tyson Barnes. I know.
Ed Green's starting to
Yeah.
hit his straps, isn't he?
Yeah.
You like his brother?
Yeah. I wonder if he's rubbed out too.
Taj Campbell.
So good.
Taj Campbell Farrell's the one there.
Spot on. That's what I actually thought you were going to mention, Macca.
Changes the whole club.
He does. He really does, doesn't he? A huge inclusion for Rye. There's no question about that. They are up and about. They're ending the season exactly how they wanted to start, but they're ending it well, and they'll carry over, no doubt, Macca, into 2026.
Yeah, Strickland going back too. I know you guys talked about that because he going back, and I think he's pretty handy. The other big in for them too, who is playing a fair bit at the Stingray, was Henry Hayes.
Yeah.
Henry Hayes is a good footballer.
Yeah.
So they've a few good additions down at Rye.
Yep, absolutely. The next game, it was all one-sided, 104-point belting. Karingal against Seaford. Seaford, 17-19, 121, defeating Karingal 2-5-17, like I said, by 104 points, Chief.
That's I think they've had their win and they're just getting ready for 2026.
Yep, no
Yeah,
doubt.
by losing by 104 points.
Yep. Yeah.
It's good preparation.
Yeah.
We did reach out to Kringle to come on the show with no return.
Yep.
So please, Kringle, come on. We'd love to talk to you.
Absolutely. There's your opportunity. Apparently, we've been bagging you all year.
That's the feedback.
Yeah, absolutely, which is not true. We're calling it how we see it, and you're getting belted. And that's how we see it. We've given you every chance to get involved and come on the show. However, you didn't take up the invitation. So good luck. And hopefully 2026 is much better, and you got right leaders in the club.
For sure.
And
we just want to hear the story.
Oh, exactly right. What are you going to do? What are you going to do about it, and how are you going to become better? For the best for Karingal, it was Balin McLeod, Taylor Valentine, Callan Dixon, Oscar Hansen, and Ben Howden. And for Seaford, it was Lockie Osborne, Lou Wing Wool, Sam McKinder, Ryan Jacobs, and Bailey McIndow. Chief?
That's a good match. So that's all.
Yeah.
Next year.
Yeah,
They'll be right.
Yep, cracker. The next game was, of course, Pearcedale taking on Crib Point. What is going on?
Could have got anything on Sportsbet on this. Any money you like.
Did. What's going
on?
What
a great win.
It was an epic win. Oh. Absolutely epic. Crib Point victors at Tractor Park, Pearcedale Recreation Reserve, 16-10. 106, defeating Pearcedale 11-11-77. It was absolutely unreal and a fantastic win for your boys down at Cribby.
My boys.
Yeah.
My boys. That was their first win for 14 years, I think I read, and only the second time in 25 years. So, yeah, good job.
Absolutely.
And when you look at the ladder, what an important win. We said they were teetering, but gee whiz, it's done them a world of good.
So the Crib Point's got a pretty similar run home to Somerville, just in different rounds, clearly, where we both have Pearcedale and Frankston. So to tick one of those off is a huge win. I think they've got Chelsea as well this week after we had Chelsea last week. So,
yeah,
and 0.3% separate you.
Yeah, if you get into the the 5 at the end of the year, you've probably earned it if you're Crib Point or something.
Wow, so tight. It is so tight. The next game was Tyab taking on Devon Meadows, and once again, Tyab took it to them right to the wire.
Did they ever?
Devon Meadows getting the chocolates there by 2 points, 7-11-53, defeating Tyab at the pond, 7-9-51. A gallant effort by Matt Haverfield and the boys down and girls down at Tyab Football Netball Club. Unbelievable.
There's 3 guarantees in life. Death, Taxes, and Devon and Tyab playing a thrilling game in the back half of the season.
Yeah,
It happens every year.
Yeah, yep.
We could never play. When I was at Devon, just Tyab would just get us there just about every time.
And they have done the last 2
No,
years
no,
and nearly done
weird.
it again.
It's
Yeah,
weird.
nearly done it again. Unbelievable. In the best 4 Tyab, it was Andrew Brown, Lockie Cox, Liam Brewer, James.
Hey, Jimmy! He
Jimmy's in the best.
texted me. He said, "I'm back."
Jimmy's in the best. He only kicked the
Good
2.
boy.
Jimmy, you weren't the lead goal scorer, but anyway, next week hopefully. And James Hammond, and for sorry I lied to you earlier, Gammers. Macca. Nick Battle did play.
Yeah, saw that.
It was in the best 4 Devon. It was Nick Battle, Kai Williams, Jack Wilson, Owen Hillis,
That's a good
and
best.
Joel Hillis.
So they've got Hillis, they got Kent, they got Battle, because that would have been the 3 I would have said today. Were they missing them on the weekend? And they haven't scored in the last quarter.
Has Dean come back from the injury that we saw?
Did not score at all.
Didn't score.
He never missed.
Has he come back?
He never missed.
Yeah, no,
He didn't miss at all.
No.
In your game, yeah.
Yeah, so
he had
he
15
didn't-
minutes off, come back with heavy.
He hasn't missed.
That's it. But he played
Yep.
the next week.
Yep.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Yep.
Very good.
The next game was the halftime heroes selection match of. I just fucked that up completely, didn't I?
Doesn't matter. We know what you mean.
Yeah, exactly. And so does the halftime heroes family.
They're
Hopefully,
used to it.
They're used to what me fucking up.
Pretty much.
Well, let someone else fucking talk. It was some of the chief. It was Somerville, the halftime heroes selection match of the round, thanks to Hen's Teeth Tattoo Co, who have just come back, mind you, from a huge exhibition in Western Australia where they dominated in the tattoo chairs. It was unbelievable following them. Somerville too strong in the end. It was 9-11-65, defeating Chelsea Football Netball Club by 23.6642. Gammers, bring us through what happened, please, because, she was tight all the way through until you just in the last quarter went whackety whack, whack, whack.
Yeah, shocking day. Oh, my God. The conditions were horrendous. Yeah. So, which probably suited us a little bit. Made a couple of changes to the side, got a couple of guys into some good form. Look, we didn't need any motivation to play Chelsea. They had made us look pretty silly in a prelim last year, which, as we found out on here, I hang on to things. So
Well, we hadn't noticed.
no.
What's he mean by that, mate?
I don't know.
The 2024 score, the 2024 prelim final score was on our whiteboard actually.
Yes.
So
Yes,
and we kicked 0 goals 12 against them early in the year in the first half, and there's been a little bit of banter between the two clubs. So we had motivation, and like I've said, we need to win every week. We've had to for the last 2 months, and we kind of have. So we just kept going. Win. Really good last quarter. I think Chief, you watched it on the Vision, didn't you? And
it was great. It was no score for the first. No major score for the first 15 minutes, and then Sammy, there were some moves I think I saw, especially around the back line and those moving from the centre to the back line, and instrumental in getting a result there. So it was really good the last 15 minutes of footy.
So I remember last time Graham had a few words to say to you after the game. He would have been pretty quiet this time around, I reckon.
Oh, Dave.
Dave, sorry, Dave.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. He did have a couple of things to say. It was all cordial. I think he thought I think he was thinking I might have had some words for him after the game, but I didn't.
No, absolutely.
We just shook hands and
Exactly,
move on.
as
and
you do.
They need to keep winning. We need to keep winning. So
you've got a mixed run home now, haven't you? You've got a couple of real gettables and a couple of real tough ones.
We've got Tyab, Peacedale, Frankston to finish. Yep.
That rounds out
Tough.
round 14. Gammers, if you want to bring us through the ladder, please.
So this ladder is as tight as
it is
Div
unbelievable,
1's.
Macca.
So
It is unbelievable.
It is.
it's so Frankston clear, 15 and zip on top. Peacedale just appears they're starting to have a few issues leading in. So they're second, but they're safe on 48. Then Chelsea in third on 40, 138.0. Crib Point on 40 in fourth, 123.3. Devon on 36, 145.0. That's the top five. And then sixth is Somerville, 36, 123.6. And the rest you can put a line through, I reckon.
I think so.
Yes.
It's some interesting, I think you will go through the next round. It'll probably tell a bit of a story. So
yeah, it will.
Yeah, Crib Point, Devon and Summy, one of them are going to miss, and I think And you can nearly throw Chelsea into that. Whoever misses is going to be pretty stiff.
Yeah.
Because I think those 4 all deserve to play. It's a top 6 and a bottom 6 in Div 2, isn't there?
Yeah.
Really?
That's exactly right. Spot on. Takeaways, boys, please. Chief, can we start with you? Are you ready? You're going to give me a 40-second arm or?
No, I'm ready.
Okay.
The takeaways, I suppose, culminated again in we lose another coach.
Yes.
And we see 2 clubs that have mutually agreed to part ways with coaches, which we don't think is mutual. And we've seen 1 club plan the progression of a coach.
Which is how it should be.
Yep. So there's lots of word on the street of what's going on. But again, 3 coaches in 1 division, that's
probably a new PB.
Pretty damning.
Yeah.
It's pretty damning.
On what is the expectation of a coach in Division 2?
Yeah. No, absolutely. Fair enough. I like that from you, Macca.
I'll go which club's going to play the Bombers in the grand final.
Yeah.
Because I reckon throw a blanket over them all the way down to Somerville.
Yep.
Someone's going to get that opportunity.
Yeah.
And then it's just a free hit in a grand final against a very, very good side.
Yeah.
I think for a spectator's spectacle that is grand final day, looking at the results of Frankston, I think, and it's not just because you're sitting next to me, great man, but as in Gammas, but Gammas I think he's brought defensively the best team to Frankston, and I personally would like to see that. I think it'll be a better spectacle.
Yeah.
But it's anyone, like you said, Macca. It's anyone's at the moment. I like that for you, Commish.
Good. I think Crib points win.
Yep.
That was an amazing effort against Pearsdale, who whether they just backed off a little bit and just gone into conservation mode slightly, but you can only do that for 10 or 15 minutes in these games and they get you, but that's a terrific win. And it's a win they had to have, and they got it.
Well, they're in the same scenario next week. So we'll just discuss that in the coming moments.
But how confident would that be, Sus? They've just got over, Pearsdale are nearly unbeatable at home, and they've got over them okay.
I've watched the replay, and it's some good footy.
Yeah.
And the H.
That's bloody terrific. Massive improvement.
Good footy.
Gammas?
Yeah, I'll double down on that. Crib point. That is a great win for them. I don't think many outside their 4 walls thought that would happen.
Nope.
And just a side note, that's 2 losses in a row for Pearsdale now. So
there you go.
Yeah.
Just that little splutter.
Yes, that's right. The hiccup.
Yeah, the end of the
Little
winter
bit of
blues.
Indigestion, heartburn.
Yeah.
Just
can happen.
Interesting pickup off the replay was many, many more Crib point spectators out on the ground at quarter time and 3/4 time.
so a bit of belief in the joint.
Yeah, so they took the train up from Stony Point, and it was
Good on 'em.
It was a well attended.
where do they get off to get to Pearsdale?
Yeah, I was just thinking the same
They get
thing.
off.
They get off
Baxter.
Baxter and catch.
Baxter. Yeah.
Get the 403 bus.
Yeah,
I don't reckon they get off at
The 403.
It's a special bus.
I don't reckon they wouldn't get off at Somerville, I wouldn't have thought.
No, I wouldn't have thought.
No. Very unwise to get off
And
at
if they-
Somerville.
And if they do, Gammas, you've got to...
I don't live in Somerville.
No, exactly right. Exactly. They just go, they don't even stop at some of them. They keep rolling through.
Just back on the coaches, is any news coming out of Ty? Any?
No, I saw on their
Gammas
socials through the week that they have put
advertised,
expressions of interest out.
It's quite a strong advertisement too.
It
Is
is.
it?
I
Yeah,
liked
righto.
it. Yeah,
Good
I
stuff.
liked it
Very
a lot. I
descriptive.
thought it was very good. Yeah,
okay.
very good indeed. They've got a direction and they've got a plan, no doubt, Macca, don't they? Where they've got visionaries at the end of the day. And,
You have to have them.
absolutely, absolutely. But no, I know we need to move on, but I might bring it up towards the end of the show because I know that, the shock departure of Troy Schwartz at the Bomb Beach Football Netball Club, I think, took everyone by surprise.
Absolutely.
And from all reports, it hasn't been mutual at all. And I'm not speculating that they released that it was. But I think there's too much involvement from senior players. That's the word getting about town. That and for me, I'm sorry, but you just you're a player.
It's
at the
all
end of
it takes.
Yeah, I know. It's not good enough. It's
The
not
tail
good
ain't
enough.
wagging their dog.
The administration needs to stand by their coaching staff.
Oh, the dog wags the tail, boys.
No,
Not the other way around.
I don't like it. Don't like it at all. Very good from you all. I like the takeaways a lot. The next round, we're looking at round 16. It's going to be played out on Saturday, the 2nd of August, the Halftime Heroes selection table match of the round. We've chosen Frankston taking on an in-form Cribby. So we'll leave that game until last. But the first game to hit us at Chelsea Recreation Reserve, coming off a loss, is Chelsea Football Netball Club taking on Coringle. It's going to be a one-sided affair, I think, this one as well, because Chelsea they're in it to win it, and when it comes down to Macca at the end of the day, percentage and Gammas, I think they're going to want to absolutely belt them.
Yep.
And belt them they will.
Yeah, and they're sitting at 138, so they're pretty healthy anyway in that run for third spot. But this will be...
Means they're offensively healthy, doesn't it?
Correct.
That's a very high
There's some teams in Div 2 that are set up better to punish a side like Coringle. Like Chelsea, when they're going, are free-flowing, high-scoring, where your Somervilles and maybe a little bit less your Devons probably aren't, probably a little bit more defensively minded. So, this will be a blowout.
Yeah, it will be. I agree. How many does Tyrone Vickery kick?
He doesn't play for Chelsea. He plays
for
Edi-Asp.
Sorry, my bad.
So I don't know. Who are they playing?
I reckon he'd kick a lot, though.
He would kick a lot against Coringle.
He would.
Kick
He would.
48.
Jeez, I just spent an hour talking about him. There you go. The man bun and everything.
Messi.
It's been a long fucking show. It's been a really long show. Jesus Christ.
We're getting more used to it by the minute.
You and the cone of silence. Jeez. The next game is Devon Meadows taking on Seaford Football Netball Club at Glover Reserve. Why are you looking at the computer screen like you? No?
Not a bad game of footy, though.
No, I reckon it won't be bad either.
I think it's a great game. And it's July, and Devon ain't doing two crash in July again.
No, they have the lulls.
No, this is actually August.
Oh, it is too.
There's a fair bit on this game, but
there we go.
A fair bit on this
Just
game.
riddled. There is, Gammons. There's a lot riding on this.
Oh, yes. Absolutely, there's a lot.
Nice to know that the Devon president would like to come on.
Yes.
Chris Langley, get up.
We've had
more than welcome, mate. More than welcome.
Absolutely.
We'd love to get him on and have a chat about the club and the health of it, because it's a lot to talk about. Great junior footy club.
Yeah.
Just been put together. Anyway, sorry.
Yep.
There you go. That's what
Now, Spook wants to be present for that
he probably shouldn't be.
I don't reckon he should be in.
No, Macca. I'm not here. You and I are out.
Yeah, absolute classic. The next game is Hastings taking on Bomb Beach down at the Hastings Club. And, this is taught to be a good game as well. How do Bomb Beach react? How do they respond? Are they for it? Are they against it? We saw in Seaford that, they didn't respond all that well and almost all walked out. But... And didn't perform. That's turned around now. Well done, Seaford. But are we going to see something similar from Bomb Beach? Who only knows?
If this is player-driven, as we think it might be, Bomb Beach have to perform now.
They have to.
So they've got a player.
Put your money where your mouth is, boys.
They've got a player as one of the standing coaches, yes?
Okay. So
Jackson Casey is a...
Yep.
So you would think it's...
They have to perform.
Yeah.
The onus is on them.
It's happened for a reason, potentially.
Is that right, Macca?
Yep.
Puts it squarely back in the playing group.
100%.
Who do we like, boys? Chief?
Going with Hastings.
Going with Hastings?
Yep.
Okay, very good. Macca?
Bomb Beach.
Bomb Beach.
Yeah, me too. Bomb Beach.
Yeah.
They just have to.
Yeah, look, I think for these sides that have struggled, like Coringle and Hastings, for large portions of the season, it's getting really tough now. So I think Bomb
Gets
Beach
hard into the year.
Yeah. No, I agree, and I'm of the belief that if this is like you, Commish, if it is player driven, Bomb Beach Football Netball Club have no choice but to come out and absolutely wipe the floor of Hastings.
You got what you wanted.
Exactly right. Spot on.
Shut up and get on with it.
I like that a lot from you. The next game also going to be for me, this might be a bit one-side, unfortunately. Pearcedale coming off a loss. It's Rye down at RJ Rowley Reserve taking on Pearcedale Football Netball Club. Pearcedale have plenty to prove down there. RJ Rowley Reserve holds the water well. There's going to be it is a beautiful-looking pitch at the moment, and it's not going to stop Pearcedale from getting the chocolates for me.
Good test for Rye, and it's probably the game they wanted. Right?
Yeah.
They can't play finals, they know that, so they're trying out a few things, and that's a great test for them.
Yep.
They won't win. Pearcedale will be too good, but they'll get wins out of the day.
Yep. Chief?
Lots of debate on the condition of the Rye Oval at the moment, and for finals, should it be taken away? So it'll be interesting.
Really?
Yes.
Didn't you say it was mint? Didn't you say it was mint?
Vigorous debate going on at the moment.
What's the matter with it?
It's shot. Haven't looked after it.
Oh.
So that's the story we're hearing. And we're getting a lot of people online stating that the final should not be held there. Based on conditions. Based on the conditions. Look, for mine, I think Pearcedale, but geez, if it's close, that sends some warning signs for Pearcedale.
Yeah.
So,
Well, this is a game between two teams. It just depends which teams turn up. Like right at their best. I mean, I've been on the receiving end. They've beaten some good sides. Pearcedale, they're a top 2 side. Like, I don't think anyone's questioning that. I did say early in the year though that if you could get them into a defensive game, you could probably trip them up, and that seems to be what's happened the last couple of weeks. You would think on paper this is Pearcedale by 10 goals plus. However, don't be surprised.
Yeah, and if the ground's in bad nick and it's a crook day,
well, Sonny Campbell-Farrell changes everything for Rye. Frankston beat Collingwood by a mile, so I don't see him coming back into Frankston's side. I think they've only lost one game since he's been playing for Rye.
Yeah, right. Okay.
They're a little bit more capable on their day than what.
Geez, I know the Cameras.
So
very good.
I will not disrespect the team I still have to play. I will pick Pearcedale, but don't be surprised.
Yeah. No, I like that from you. It's a beautiful insight. I think Pearcedale, too much stars in the mix for me, Macca, that, unfortunately, I think Rye just missing those stars.
Yeah, I think Pearcedale will win too, and Rye will push them for a bit, but Pearcedale will win.
Yeah. Yep, no doubt. The next game is Tyab down at the pond, taking on Somerville Football Netball Club. They got close. They got close last week. Are they going to get close again? Methinks not. Somerville, they are here to play finals football, and they are going to go on percentage. They need to absolutely smack Tyab, and they'll do that in my eyes, I think, Macca.
Yeah, I think they will too. And I was just having a look then, because if Summy win this game, am I right in saying that Bombers have crib point, so that could work in your favour? And I actually didn't tip before, but I reckon Seaford's going to knock off Devon Meadows, and that'll bump them.
Yeah, we didn't do tips.
That'll bump them in. And I reckon that'll be huge for Gammas' men to be sitting ahead of both those sides, and they could possibly be sitting in 4th spot this time next week.
Well, there you go.
That'd be nice.
Yeah. I missed that one. Apologies after I'm Hero family. Devon Meadows, Seaford. Quick tips, please. We already know you're Seaford.
Yep.
Seaford?
Oh, shit.
Jesus. Devon at home.
Gammers?
Seaford.
Shit.
Who would have
thought this 4 weeks ago? Unbelievable.
Going back to the game.
I'm going to go Devon.
Yeah, good. Yeah, it's.
If
we go back through the form line, Summy just got over Devon a couple of weeks ago. Come from behind. It was a great win, but it was a 15th sort of win. Tybe just about rolled Devon.
Yeah.
At the pond. It's a little dangerous. It's a little. Summy will win, but you got to be right on.
I don't think anyone underestimates Tybe at Tybe.
It's a little dangerous.
They can trip you up, and they've done it. They've tripped
Just
someone up every year, and they
mash it.
They haven't done it yet. So you don't want to be the one.
Correct.
Tips for Tybe v Somerville.
Somerville.
Yeah, Summy.
That's different from you, Sus. You didn't tip us last week.
Oh, Jesus! I tell you are extra prickly.
I watched the show.
Watch.
I'm one of the only people that does.
After you broke your telly, after you smashed your telly,
through the magnets.
I said, if you guys stay out for goal kicking practice, you will win.
And then we kicked 9-11.
Yep. But it was 5-11 going into the third quarter.
It was. The halftime hero selection table match of the round, that is Frankston Football Netball Club taking on an informed crib point. It's going to be played at Baxter Park, and it will be cold, blistery, wintry. Let me just check with Jane Bunn. I've got her on speed dial.
17 and fine.
17 and fine.
No, it's not.
Fucking it's not. Partly cloudy, 14. Imagine. Full sun.
That's how the show's going on.
Best day of winter.
Yeah.
I know. That would have been hilarious. I just guessed, to be honest. It's going to be cloudy. It's not going to be the greatest weather, but I think for me, with Cribby are in absolute form, but I think Frankston Bombers are they're going to the big dance, and I don't think anything is going to stop them at this point in time. Not next couple of weeks anyway. It's Frankston Bombers for me.
It looks like Crib Point put a lot of effort into their defence, which you have to do when you play peer style. So they're on the right track. I guess that's one good thing. When you play the two top sides back to back, the preparation is largely similar. So they're in a good space. They've got the confidence off a win. I get the feeling Frankston were pretty dirty when they played us. I think we might have given them a bit of a scare, and I think they're hell bent on going through undefeated, win the cup and get back. So I can't see them losing this.
No.
I said losing.
Crib Point would be competitive,
and Crib Point would want to have a good back line, because when you got Khan sitting down there, you got Grant back in, you got Jai Block who hits the scoreboard heavily, you've got Wood who can hit the scoreboard, you got Pryor and Welsh. Welsh sits back behind the footy, but that is a super six.
Tyson Barry,
Barry, yep.
Sam Glenn,
yep. It's elite. That's elite.
Yeah.
Who wins?
Frankston boy.
Yep, Frankston a lot.
By a lot.
No, they win by a lot.
Yeah.
Yep.
50 plus.
Yep. 10 goals.
Just break
10
it up.
goals.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Yep.
Chief.
Frankston by plenty.
You're
off the
out.
Well, if we go to the casino, we've got a handful of chips, and we're not going to double down on a sure thing. And at the moment, right here and now, Frankston are the sure thing.
Even against your Crib Point.
It's Cribby.
Wow,
that's big.
Gammers.
I think Frankston will take care of business. I'm not sure what the score line will be. I think Crib Point might even jump them early, having seen both. Like you probably can get Frankston if you can get on a bit of a run for a while, but then their game gets up and going. It's hard to keep them quiet for 2 hours. We did it for about an hour and 40. I think they could win anywhere between 4 and 8 goals.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. That's fair. Yeah, spot on. Gammers. Ditto.
Yep. It's just gone out.
That's the kind of night it's going.
Yeah, exactly right. That is exactly right. Well, that rounds out Division 2 for the 2nd of August, with the upcoming round being round 16. We just saw TAC, a road safety round. I don't think there's any other special round. No, I don't think there is any.
Okay.
No, I don't think there is
That's
any
good.
at all.
That's refreshing.
What is going to be, though, is a terrific round of football to be played out in Division 2. That is a wrap for the Division 2 football show. We're going to take a quick break. I'm sure Suss has got his pallets just stacked up, ready to climb aboard, and he's going to be lifted to the heights that just scare the big man. Have you got something big?
Scared a forklift.
Have you got something for us?
Very big.
Very big. Very big.
Oh, good.
Oh, a very big pallets or a very big forklift?
Both.
You are listening and watching the Halftime Heroes.
Looking for unbeatable deals on new and used Toyotas? Head to Frankston Toyota, where great service meets great value. From rugged Hilux to fuel-efficient Corolla, we've got the perfect car for every driver. And right now, crazy low finance rates for selected models. Come see why locals trust Frankston Toyota. Just off the freeway. Easy to find, hard to beat. T's and C's apply. Visit frankstontoyota.com.au today.
Welcome back to the Halftime Heroes. It is now time for the big chieftains. Pallets.
That's no spook.
Yeah, no spook.
No, so.
Beep, beep, beep. There we go. So, folks,
That's the forklift.
I gave it's a forklift, is it? Sounded like a freaking leprechaun going beep beep beep.
A leprechaun. Is that what leprechauns do?
Yeah, well,
they make beep 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 noises.
Yeah.
Do they?
What they
6
cheer.
foot
So anyway,
three
I don't know any
leprechauns.
leprechauns.
Let's get back to it.
Cheers.
Let's get
This is my segment.
Oh,
Let's
sorry.
I said me.
Freaking cone of silence.
Sorry. Jesus.
Everyone's a bit testy
Oh,
tonight.
I know. So we talked about Devon Meadow and the problems with their terrace. And I nearly took out 3 kids and
Yes.
freaking 2 prams and freaking like
We nearly cheese grated one kid through the fence.
in my holding.
They'd be still picking bits out of the fence.
So we're at Mornington on the weekend, and I had to keep on holding the commish up because he was getting wobbly on his feet.
Oh, yeah.
And geez, that's not a terrace. That's like the Grand Canyon.
Yeah, it's a fair step.
Yeah. Friggin', if you make a wrong move, you are good night, Charlie.
So paint the picture. What do you mean? So coming out of the rooms onto the terrace, or
there's a terrace there, but
or
there's
the terrace?
There's no guardrail. So if you step too close to the side, you're whooshka and you're off.
Oh, not upstairs.
No,
down.
Okay.
You know,
the steps.
Yeah.
The steps.
Oh, yeah, they're big steps.
Yeah.
I think they're designed to sit on, aren't they?
Well, you'd have to be.
Oh, are they?
I think so.
Yes,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
But you
That's
just
Oh,
gotta
there
be-
you go.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah.
bars along
Yeah.
the thing would have been good. You can lean on.
But yeah, you were pretty impressed with the rooms there.
Oh,
Commish.
fantastic! Yeah, how good's the gym set up and that sort of
Yeah,
stuff?
it's
mate? It's
amazing.
awesome. Do you guys use that
We do.
twice a week
We do. So
for rehab and that sort of
What are you
stuff?
laughing at?
Yeah.
just what?
it's used by obviously we've got
The
it's set
base?
up upstairs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So they use it during the day and then we get it of an evening.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. It's
Yeah. Oh,
the rooms are very, very impressive.
Oh,
It's, and you've
fantastic.
got running
What are you
water,
laughing
which
at?
is fantastic.
Fantastic facilities. And the gym and the upstairs. Oh, how good. Have they fixed that leak in
What's
the
wrong
roof?
with our?
Have
What's
they
wrong
fixed
with
the
our?
leak in the roof
What's
yet?
wrong with our mouldy straw roof?
Is it your rooms are like a royal palace compared to?
Oh, you're
Emil Mason?
shitting
No, they're
me.
not.
Oh,
They
turn it
are
up.
not. I drove
But
But
past
there's
our
hay
day.
roofs. It's like barley huts.
We've got the two. We've got the worst
Thatched,
rooms.
the thatched
The
huts.
thatched-
Us and Mount Eliza. But we love them.
But, yeah, exactly. You love them. They're home.
I'll take your
You know,
away rooms. over
The
theirs.
beautiful thing about our rooms is you can have a beer and a shower at the same time.
Correct.
And you're nowhere near the showers.
It's such
Whether you want one or not.
No, we've done that.
Oh,
haven't
we
we?
finished.
Yeah, we've done that.
Oh, right.
We've done
That
that.
was it.
Well, I don't have I'll go on Spooks Soap Box just for a second. I'll borrow that for just a quick second and mention that look, I do think, and just I don't want to bang on about it, but of course, if you've been living under a rock for the last 7 days, you would have learnt that that Troy Schwartz, the senior coach of the Bomb Beach Football Netball Club, did in fact get the lemon and sass. And again, I go back to a duty of care to our coaches. And I think there needs to be more done in that space, Macca, as far as I'm concerned. They say that, it's it's a paid position and it's not tax deductible. At the end of the day, there has to be some system involved, whether it be, Fair Work Australia, or I just think there needs to be, whether there's a coaching association, there has to be a body that's responsible for the well-being of our coaches. We bang on about mental health with our players. No one, and I'm sorry if people disagree, it's just my opinion, but no one has it more difficult than our coaches. And for that kind of caper to come in and say, oh, because you called me fat, I need to lose some weight, or whatever the case may be, there's an indifference. It does not give the committee a right to just then go and whoosh the coach. I just think it's deplorable and we need to be better.
Yeah, we had that candid conversation a few weeks ago when Ricky was in here between the three of us in regards to, and it was just so for our audience, that was not pre-planned. That happened, and it was a good conversation. It was a robust conversation about the mental health of coaches and probably being, whether I know at the Mornington Footy Club we have a mid-year review and we talk about these things. So if anything was coming up and I felt like I wanted to go on or Josh wanted to go on and we felt like the club weren't going that way, I would think we would know. We would know. You'd be able to read the writing on the wall.
Yeah.
So to not be able to read the writing on the wall is the tough part. I'm interested to know whether Troy Schwartz maybe the Seaford Football Club might reach out.
Yeah.
I was talking to a bloke today that's involved at Seaford, and he just mentioned that he's part of the recruiting of that coach, and I just wonder whether it'd be interesting. I'm just throwing it out there. I don't know Troy.
good.
I don't know Troy at all. I just know
Well, he
that
clearly
the
wants to
timing-
coach.
The timing of all that, and he's got a fair resume. That'll be interesting.
I'm not sure Troy's the right fit for a young team. I think he's better with an established team, personally. But then who knows what the selector's going to see? Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
Does he want to go on? I would think that he does.
Yeah, there's been a fair few little rumours come out, but I reckon Macca might be onto something there.
Well, you hear it here on
Yeah.
the Halftime Heroes, of
The
course.
newsbreaker.
Newsbreaker extraordinaire.
Throwing it out there.
Purple.
The
Purple.
purple. Yeah. Good stuff, Macca.
Oh, I love it a lot. Is that a wrap, Chief?
That-
Jesus, absolutely. It's been another cracker of an episode.
Hey, before we go,
Yes,
Spaghetti
please.
Bowl.
Oh,
Nobody,
absolutely.
and not only that, there is no garlic bread.
No garlic bread.
This
Not even
was
a crumb.
overflowing.
Pretty good.
Not even a crumb.
Bob, thanks,
Unbelievable.
Bob.
Well,
we
we
do
had-
often comment.
We had to. It's only Tuesday.
Yeah, it's always breakfast. MPFNL teams.
Oh, thank you. Please take it away.
Well, we think it's an opportunity to get the audience involved and our listeners, the 3 or 4 people that do tune in. Would be great if you could put a team together for us as well. And Sus is going to put something on the socials where you just got to fill in the blanks.
Yep.
So our best team of 22 out of the MPFNL Division 1 and 2, please, folks.
Bang, I like it. And what we're going to do is we're going to work with that. So if we can get the Halftime Heroes involved, Halftime Hero family involved to give us your thoughts, but our hero coaches are going to sit together, and that looks a little bit like this man here, Macca, this man here, Gammas.
Brilliant.
And definitely get Spook involved as well, because I think he'll add some, and then he might even do something with maybe the Eastern. I don't know how well he knows it yet, but and then I know you're going to reach out to Zach. Zach Horsley, the senior coach of the Dingley Football Netball Club, who are going to put together a Southern team, and I think we can have a lot of fun with that, Chief.
And I'm reaching out to the Northern Footy Show. And
yes,
and we'll have
absolutely.
Let's get it.
Hey,
the power of the people.
We are onto something. Absolutely, I love it. Well, that is a wrap from the Halftime Heroes. She's been a long one, but we've enjoyed every second of it. Well, not all of us. Maybe Gammas just didn't enjoy a couple of bits of there, but
he was pretty reasonable. He's reasonably good.
No, I think he's got sand in his knickers, I think. A little bit of sand tonight, maybe a little bit. That is a wrap for the Halftime Heroes. I'd like to thank, of course, Josh Newman for coming on. The co-coach signed on again for 2026. The senior coach
lucky to have him, Mornington.
Of the Mornington Football Netball Club. I'd like to thank Barb Susovich for catering for the Halftime Heroes as she does each and every show. It's just an absolute treat and a pleasure. And to the master button pusher, the absolute executive producer extraordinaire, Chief, thank you.
We've been going very good. Don't forget the bowls, Tuesday.
Thursday, absolutely.
Friday.
Thursday?
Love it.
Yes.
Friday, Thursday.
So
there's one night in the week that just dominates.
Skydome.
Skydome.
Absolutely. Another senior co-coach signed on for 2026, Leigh McQuillen. Thanks for joining the Halftime Heroes, mate.
Thanks, Adam. Love it, mate. Always
Absolutely.
love being here. I had a few
Beautiful.
weeks off, but I'm back.
Good luck
up in Marucci.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. Good luck, and please keep us informed.
Yes, please.
And we will post the results and whatnot on the Halftime Heroes Facebook page, because I know that the family are going to be very interested in that. Thank you to you, Chris Gammas-Gamble, the senior coach of the Somerville Football Netball Club. Always a pleasure.
Thanks, boys.
It's not the same without you sitting next to me.
Good to be back.
Good to be back. That's what Kate didn't say. And to you, the Commish.
Good on you, Adam.
Great to have
fun
you
as usual.
back.
Good luck, everyone, throughout the week.
Usual.
Did I say usual? That's how the show's going. Not going that smoothly. But look forward to the week of footy.
Absolutely.
As we head towards the pointy end, and every little point counts.
Exactly.
Don't we love it?
Absolutely.
It's going to be a quick week too, because by the time we watch this show, the match will start.
Yes, I know. That is so true.
Sorry,
it's going
folks.
to take about 4 sessions to listen to the show. I'd like to thank the Frankston, Mornington and Rosebud Toyota, of course, major sponsors of the Halftime Heroes too. Hen's Teeth Tattoo Co., Erin and her amazing team of artists down there in Rosebud, to Aftercare Solar Heart, and of course the Super League in the bowls coming up. That is a wrap from the Halftime Heroes. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night.